Yeah.
Okay.
Before like earlier when I already told you we were good to.
Okay.
Anyway,
5 minutes ago.
that's fine.
Rewind it.
No, it's fine.
Rewind the tape.
Here we are.
That's
If
the point.
everyone would like to open up Roll20
Yep.
to the
Sure.
correct game,
Yes.
Yes.
we will take a look at our map here where we've plotted your progress. Right now, you have.
I
You're
like
traveling-
the new Winer's cover.
I didn't change that. I think.
Oh, well, it's
That's
cool.
like I said. Roll20 just like changed
That's
all
right.
its
You did
UI.
say.
That I think is just that's the new blank thing.
Well, I like it.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. You, starting in the wilderness of Arcadia, have moved north and east into Sympalos, where you found a sympathetic ear in the form of King, what's his face? It was like Telisios or something. It doesn't really matter now. When Peter posts the last episode, I'll go back and listen to it, and I'll get his name. But it's fine. You made friends with him, and of course the party can't stop. So your task for the previous, round of this became to make sure your party neither burned out nor raged too hard. And you performed admirably at the task of managing your party. We sort of had a chill meter and a hype meter, I believe. And you guys were sort of keeping those balanced. And it, I think, went pretty good.
Got a little dicey there for a second, but
it got, the way any good D&D encounter should. It kind of, became
Icy.
a little bit.
Rolled
It became a little bit. It was close. It sort of came down to some dice rolls, which is good. I thought it was fun. It was close, but you still came out on top ultimately.
yeah.
And for a system that I improvised literally on the spot, I think it went pretty fine. Although I gotta give props to 4th edition skill challenges for probably laying the groundwork for this in my head 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
4th edition is dead.
4th
doesn't
edition is dead, but listen,
I killed it.
I don't want people shit talking 4th edition on my in my zone, because I used to be one of those people. Now I recognize that, and even at the time I recognize 4th edition had a lot of good ideas. Execution was not super great. Anyway,
I like how they laid out skill challenges.
A lot of the good things about 4th edition made it into 5th edition. They just changed the name so that everyone would chill out. That's not what this is about. What this is about is, where would you like to go next? One of you, I guess Peter technically, should be in charge of drawing the line to where you should go next. Peter, you're the prophet of Dionysus.
Yeah.
If you need to like commune with your Kalishtar spirit or whatever, you can do that. But yes, Wit, you have a question there?
Meow.
Wait, I want you to know you're muted, so we can't hear you when you talk. Yeah, cool. All right.
Fun
now,
fact.
Is there a way to make the tiles that are us on the D20 board smaller? Also, is that our cat that's angry, or is
that's
that
my
Peter's cat that's angry?
definitely
Okay.
Wait,
Using
are there tiles on the board that are you?
Peter, Flaskly. It's the things at the bottom of the left
you
corner.
can just
Yeah.
click. You can just click those
Yeah,
to
you
make them go away.
Yeah.
Or you used to be able to. Hold on. Oh, I bet again, because Roll20 had a big update. So if you go to under the gear icon, go to text chat options and unclick enable chat avatars. Wait, nope, that's not it. Just kidding. It's probably under personalization and display.
It's actually audio and video display. And it's player video /avatar size.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Right.
Names only. Greg, what a credit to the team.
I went through that last
Hero.
time, and I was like, I did this because I had the
definitely
same
have
like
done this
overload.
before. I
like,
just
God,
forgot how the heck to do it.
Working
Thank you so much.
everywhere.
Yes.
All right.
None. Also, I have turned off. I've turned off audio and video for that Roll20 game, so hopefully it shouldn't try and connect you every time. Anyway,
that's to remove them.
Yeah, you can just change. You can change them to a smaller size if you
just
prefer.
like the names.
None of us actually use avatars in Roll20, so I don't see any reason not to hide them.
If you hover over it on the left, it'll give you a movement option, and you can just pick them up. I stack them all on top of each other.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
You stack them all at like the same spot.
Yeah.
Like overlapping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Hell yeah! This
I
rolls.
like to have them
now
visible
I have no idea.
so you can see what color the pings are.
Now
so
I have
know
no
who's
idea who any of you are.
This green guy seems handsome.
Yeah, I was thinking about you could if you wanted to somehow. I don't know. It's in here somewhere, right?
You drag your icon out and you can like change the color from selecting it or something. I've done it before.
Anyway, it used to be things. Oh, what did it?
You just clicked on the color.
You clicked on the color.
I clicked on the color. Nothing happened though.
Oh, you should try doing
it. Has to be mine. I should try not clicking on Peter's. I saw the P for Peter and a P for Peace, and I. Okay.
It's like P-E, it must be me.
Yeah, P-E. Like, that was all my brain saw was like, why can't I click on this?
There's no other option.
There's no other. No one else has a name that starts like that. Anyway, so, Peter, if you'd like to commune or something with Dionysus, you can. I guess you do know that your ultimate destination is Thebes.
Yeah.
Over here.
But we were going to work our way up to that.
But yeah, you kind of want to work your way up to that.
Because we stopped off at Stymphalos.
And you converted them. They are now... Yeah. The worship of Dionysus is now officially sanctioned by the state apparatus in Stymphalos, which is great.
Let's move along here and go to Sicyon.
You want to skip Argos?
Hang on.
Oh, I want to...
Where's Argos?
It's south.
Yeah. It is a little detour. But it would get you, a little more experience.
Sure.
There might not be... I think, again, the thing is the closer you get to Thebes, the more political power it's going to project, and the more default unfriendly the various Tirantes will be. Also, if you want to talk it over with your party, you can. But,
Because everyone knows the goal is go to Thebes.
Yeah, right. I think we've all talked about that, I think, before.
What if we went Argos, Stikvon, Kenai, Corinthos?
Mycenae?
Oh, I'm using the wrong color. God damn it.
No, you could use. I would say use a different color for right now because the yellow is where you end up actually going. Use a different color for planning. Like the pink is fine for that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like just like proposed where you could go.
All right,
I like it.
My proposed route.
Go down to Sparta.
That was me.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Acadia's like, let's march on Sparta. Fuck those motherfuckers.
We can get those guys.
Well, they've got like clout.
I agree. I think that our goal is to get to Thebes, but we have a second goal to build support for our movement, and if we kind of go in a southerly direction and then sweep back around east and north, we can kind of have more clout behind us and maybe more resources to draw on.
The Spartans would be good guys to have on our sides if we're about to head into more dangerous territory too. Just a thought.
Or they could kick us in a hole.
Let me commune with Dionysus. See what he has to say.
Yo,
sure.
Dionysus.
Give me an auto hypnosis roll. No, just kidding. Sort of, maybe.
That in.
Let me think
roll
about.
For tickle.
I got to think about. I definitely should have thought about what I was gonna have you roll for this. Like you would think it would make sense that I would have already thought about this because I like
Since
like
this
a
is like
central-
more
this is like a central part of the campaign that I like definitely
Religion?
knew would happen. Give me an insight roll
Insight. Okay.
with advantage.
24.
And you have an advantage on all wisdom saves, right? But not on all wisdom rolls.
Yes, that's correct. Wisdom saves specifically.
That's pretty fucking dope. You got a 24. Okay.
Which is almost the highest because I rolled a 19.
So what I want to make sure I understand what the are there two proposed plans? The two proposed plans are like head down to Tegea and Sparta, or head to Argos and then presumably next Mycenae and then from there either Sicyon or Corinthos, or like what is the choice being put before?
Yeah, should we go
here?
way south? And do like a true like, hey, let's get this shit done, or is time more of the essence and like we can
there's no like hard time limit that you know of, I guess is what I will say.
Well, that's
that's
part of the question though.
Sure.
Is that it's like, hey, like
yeah.
take our sweet fucking time, or is going to Sparta like an actual bad idea?
I guess my question is just like, are the green and the pink paths the two paths that are being like proposed here to the deity? Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know. What was this? What's the red one? Who's Atticus?
A continuation of the green path.
Okay, all right.
Doesn't follow the
so
existing
you
roads,
rolled a 24. All right. First, if I remember correctly, you're currently at 2 on your wild magic, right? Like if you roll a 2 or higher, it's gonna go off.
No, a 2 or lower.
Or
yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not a 95% chance of happening. Yeah.
No. God, that would be so great.
You really fucked up now.
All right. So, first of all, well, I'll save that for last then. All right.
Okay.
You close your eye. All right, Peter. How has Acertico in the past communicated with Dionysus? Is it something he has to like go off and be alone? Like, can other people be around? Do you close your eyes? Does he appear in your field of vision? Like, what's this typically been like for you? Because this is not the first time this has happened.
Right. Would it help for me to be there as a statue of Dionysus?
I could play traditional
I know
Dionysian
that's a goofy
worship
question,
music.
But like, also, would it help if Greg were there?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, actually, you know what? Yes, it does.
Okay, so you bring Flaskly with you for this little ritual.
Do you have to go somewhere?
Yeah, I just
like you have to go away from the rest of us.
No, I just find like a relatively not like open or flat, but just like a space where I can like draw some symbols, specifically
with
like
with your thesis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just like a really weird like almost like a summoning ritual, except I'm just summoning his wisdom as opposed to like him.
Sure. Okay, but when he's answered you in the past, how has he appeared to you? Is it like does he appear in front of your vision? Do you close your eyes?
Oh no.
Like, what do you typically do?
So I see him walking around, but only I can see him.
Okay.
And my eyes glow while it's happening.
Sure. All right. So yeah, your eyes begin to glow as you see you're staring at Flaskly, right? This carved idol of Dionysus, and you're staring so long that your vision starts to blur and your eyes cross a little bit, and there are two of them, and then suddenly one of them starts walking around and your eyes snap back to focus on the image of Dionysus, who looks at the map you've laid out before him with the two potential paths that you've sketched. He says, yes, the question here is how far is it worth heading all the way to Sparta to prolong this a little bit? I think, a lot of the Spartans worship Ares, but also chief among their deities was Aphrodite. You may be able to use that to your advantage should you head there.
So you're giving the A-OK on the green path then?
Oh, sure. We're not in a hurry over here. What is time to a god? It's the only thing we've got plenty of.
Fair enough. All right, green path it is.
It's the only thing any of us have got, man. Can I see him at all?
No.
No,
Okay.
you
So I'll
can't.
still just...
He's a projection of Peter's psychic powers,
Yeah.
essentially. I mean,
That's so
mechanically.
But do I hear
He says,
Acertico talking?
Yeah, you hear me
I
talking.
think you hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you hear Acertico's like.
Yeah, I'm just talking out
half of
loud. Yeah.
And just every time I think it's me, and I'm like,
Oh, okay, never mind.
He's like looking to your like left at this point, and you're like,
constantly moving into like the gods, like
yeah.
and he's
Trying
like
to
moving
match.
further, like,
Yeah.
like slow. Acertico's like slowly going in a circle,
The
like
black man
as
just
the
slowly
conversation
circling,
goes.
yeah.
Whenever Dionysus like knows this, he's like, "Stop trying to be in my
No,
image."
yeah,
man."
he knows, but he can't talk to him, so he's just like slowly like walking away from him. Like, anyway, so
you
that
still listening, or
that all happens, and then he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go, and then he just kind of like back into your eyes, and they stop glowing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I thank
Hey.
Flaskly for the help.
no problem. Some good cardio.
I don't know anything about Tegia though, which means I get to make it all up. Because if I don't know anything about Tegia, that means for goddamn sure none of
Technologically
you
advanced world. You see a bullet train rush past you.
do. Yeah.
Neon runes stand out on top of a shot.
And that was
The
where we got
electric
the time
potion.
ship.
Wow, wow, time egg. You see a familiar egg. Built into the
God.
deck of a ship, both of which have their own wings.
I hate all of you.
Peter
Anyway,
didn't say anything.
And a
I
really
know.
weird deer. That's
but
why
Peter thought about it.
Peter remembered.
Peter remembered when Greg spoke about it. Well, Whit, we lost you. Turn off my camera in solidarity. Oh,
Oh, there we are.
okay.
Oh,
Apparently, I'm not allowed to minimize Discord anymore.
Sounds
No, I don't care
No,
if you
that's
minimize
accurate.
Discord.
No, I mean it
All right.
turned off my camera. It didn't used to do
that's
that.
fine. Listen, you don't have to be on camera for this. It's allowed. Yeah,
I can
Aphrodite.
thank you.
So let's do just a quick review here of Aphrodite Araya.
do you want like 5 minutes to research this? And I just
No,
pause the
because
video?
I'm good now.
Okay.
Because what I'm thinking ahead to Sparta, but you guys have to go through this little town first. And so
Yeah,
what I'm
Aphrodite.
thinking about is what I'm gonna foreshadow, because these guys are gonna be at least partially, I think, some of the Spartan stuff will have. I know what's going on in Tegia. Let's head there. Okay, you make your way through the woods. I think with a druid, and people who have been living in these wilds for so long, you have very little trouble getting from place to place, especially because there's almost certainly a road between Stymphalos and Tegia, with it being I would imagine, a fairly common trading partners with each
Love
other.
a good road.
How many? Here's a question. Questions for the various persons. Starting with Acadia. How many Maenads are you bringing with you?
Oh.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
You've recruited, we'll say, I don't know, 50 in the last town.
Okay, are you looking for an answer that's like 2, or are you looking for an answer that's like 20?
He's looking for an answer.
He's looking for an answer. Yeah.
Those are both answers you could give.
I mean,
I'd be fine
he
with.
just gave us a range of 0 to 50.
What about like 23?
I did give you a range of 0 to 50.
2 and 20 are within
But
said
what
range.
I will say is if you take all 50 with you, then you don't have any
Right.
staying it. It's like, a game of Risk, right? If you
Who do
might
you
want to leave
keep?
some troops in your
No,
previously
that's- yeah.
occupied
Behind.
territory.
Well, and they're shiny and new and probably need more training than I gave them in one night.
Sorry, I'm saying you have 50 total between, like, you
The
maybe
two
had a
places.
dozen when you came in to Symphalos, and now you have about 50 to draw from after
The
party
50
night.
wild boars.
So yes, you're
I
right
have-
that most of those are pretty green, but some of those are, you can scatter in lieutenants among them or whatever. I'm sure you have
I
captains,
will.
squad leaders. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will bring 2 5-person squads. That seems reasonable.
Okay, so 10 total. And I assume
Yeah.
that's 2 senior maenads and then 4 and then 8 kind of juniors.
Then
Yeah.
your
Okay.
main ads.
Cool. You can make up details about those maenads at your leisure as we go on.
Nice.
As it becomes pertinent.
I don't think, Chris, you weren't trying to build you weren't looking to bring groupies with you or anything, right? Like that's not your goal.
I hadn't planned on it, but if I've got some groupies, it wouldn't hurt to have some people to spread the word, right? Like
You could, yeah. I mean, if that's sort of your angle, and you have the advantage also of being able to recruit from both genders.
Mhm.
So or
They can
from all genders, really.
I can give unbiased testimonials, right?
Yeah, totally.
No,
Give me
it's
a
fine.
quick persuasion check
Oh.
just to see what the pool we're working with here is.
Sure. I always roll persuasion with advantage. Does that count?
Always roll persuasion with advantage because
Pretty
you're
sure.
an
I'm
actor.
double checking, but I think it's because of my bard college. I seem to remember that. Hold on.
When trying to pass yourself off as a different person.
That's actor.
You have expertise, but I don't think that you get. I don't think you get advantage on this particular thing because it's when you are doing your actor thing. Prodigy gave you specialization, gave you expertise in this, which is why you are
maybe
rolling
I'm
a plus
confusing
10.
something. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's all good. Just give me a roll there. Hell yeah, a 12.
20.
Wait, 20.
Yep.
Why is it 20?
So.
Oh, do you have a
up
thing where you
here.
can't roll below 10?
When you
like
make a
rogue?
charisma persuasion or charisma deception check, you can create a d20 roll of 9 or lower as 10.
Nice.
What
Fuck
is this
yeah.
called?
Silver tongue.
Silver tongue. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. All right.
Perfect.
So a 20. I'm going to say you have about 20 people that you could bring with you. Up to 20 people again. Now, these are all fresh recruits. You don't have senior staff here. You could start, training some of them yourself as well. During, while you're on the road or whatever.
Okay. Are any of them musicians?
They're all jugglers.
Sorry, man. They're all jugglers.
Hey, they can go in front of me in a train. It's fine.
Six.
I
12
do
of,
scarves.
12 of them are musicians.
Okay.
12 out of 20
Giorgio's
can play
does
some
clubs.
kind of instrument. That doesn't mean they're all multi-instrumentalists. But
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
Some of them can play the drums. Some of them can play the panpipes. Some of them can play the
lute.
lyre. I don't know if they have lutes in mythic
I was
Greece.
thinking of the lyre, but
Yeah, they can play the lyre for sure. They maybe have like those. Do they have?
Yeah, they don't have flutes.
Do they have just regular flutes? I think they do. I think
The
they have.
theremin?
They have the pan pipes, but they also have like regular pipes. And then, of course, yeah, everyone knows the theremin, very popular.
Ancient Greek
Greece.
instrument, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
The
first
quintessential
plans for
theremin.
theremin were actually discovered in 1968 at an archaeological site in Athens.
Carved into a desk
Sounds
at a
legit.
school.
Anyway,
So what I'll do is I'll make sure I bring someone who plays drums and the pan flute with me,
okay,
so that we can do a 3-piece band on a moment's notice.
this sounds amazing.
Because
and
I got the
love it.
lyre covered, I got the fancy lyre.
Okay.
Not that I can't do the other things, but like I can only do one at a time.
No, yeah, sure. I got you.
And then I'll take the untrained musicians, the non-musicians I will bring with me to use in subterfuge / training them to be musicians.
So you're bringing all 8 of those.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
cool. And then the others are staying behind to again keep strengthening your hold on stem.
Yeah, we want them to continue, bragging to people and like telling them how what great parties we throw.
Doing conversion work. Yeah,
but I want them to work on making songs about the deeds of the main ads and about, that stuff.
Absolutely. Who doesn't want songs about
It's a specific directive. The rest of it is general, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be right back, folks. I got to turn on the lights in my house. The sun went down, and it's getting like really dark in my room. So
just all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Oh, Peter, I'm sorry. At the end of that conversation with Dionysus, I need you to roll a d20 for your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I know that wasn't a spell, but it does cause a wild magic roll.
Okay.
I think it even says in the rules that I'm allowed to just tell you to roll a wild magic search roll.
Yeah, it specifically states, I think, when... like a certain event happens, or if I cast a first level spell or higher.
I know that for sure when you cast a spell, but I also thought like I was just allowed to like call for them. But anyway,
I mean,
an 8
you're
is
the
not
DM, so sure.
Is not a 2, so that brings you up to 3 now, right? Yeah, if we're shooting for 3 or above,
that would be correct
from now on.
Yeah.
To I'm shooting for 3 or below because I want a wild magic. Do you have that Wild Magic Surge table I sent you handy?
I do.
Okay, perfect. We might need that at some point. I mean, hopefully.
No luck, though.
We will need that. Oh, here we go. Proficiencies. Hand drum, pan flute, lyre, which is... lyre.
There it is. All right, I found it.
Perfect.
Pipes?
A
piper?
And then the pipes. Yeah, pipers. Greg, is there any like druid shit that you want to do? Druids don't typically like, I think of them as more solo style things. You could start. Sorry, I didn't hear that way.
Druid circles are a thing. Like you got to get the training somewhere.
That's
true. They do practice solitarily, but that doesn't mean we can't recruit. And send them
sure, but I feel like that would be just sending people back into the wilds
unless he wanted to take on an apprentice.
Acadia. Unless you wanted like a personal apprentice, but that would be like one
Make them set up an apothecary.
One guy.
Right.
Giorgio Georgopoulos.
Is that what you want his name to be?
That is what it is.
All right, write down this shit. This is your NPC. You now have an apprentice druid traveling with you named Giorgio Georgopoulos. Piotr, is there any of this flavor of shit that you think Acertico would be into, or is it Acertico? How do you say it, Peter? Because it's your character.
It is my character. I was originally pronouncing it Acertico.
That's how I would read this if I saw it in a text.
Yep.
Acertico.
That is how I'm going to continue pronouncing it.
Cool. All right, Acertico, do you do any of this sort of follower building or anything like that?
Literally everyone else is doing the follower building. I will not, but I will help out each individual person.
Oh, interesting. You're sort of guy. You want to like I'm thinking of this in terms of video games almost. You're like lending your hero unit status to like all of them as they do this.
Either that or whoever I focus on gets the bonus.
Yeah,
or
I was
whatever.
gonna say I would if you're like legit doing nothing with follower building, I'll let you give advantage to all 3 of your companions here on any like future follower development related roles until you start developing followers. If you do,
Perfect. That is exactly what I was hoping for.
That to me that seems really cool because I can imagine Acertico just like sort of go like just like as you like sit down and
I'm making sure
like,
it's done right.
Because this travel takes many days, right? It's like around the fire and like everyone's like grab like water from a nearby brook and like Acertico like waves and turns it all into wine. And or doesn't you don't turn water into wine. You can just produce wine. So everybody's just got like empty cups, and you like wave your hand, and they all like fill up at once. And everyone's like, yeah, and and you're like going between each of the little teams, and like checking in and being like, oh hey, like what's going on with the main ads today? Yeah, like good manager style, like someone said. Fantastic. And so on that note, okay, I'm going to write down these numbers so that I remember them at least.
I just realized how the Wild Magic Surge table works.
Yes, we roll a couple of times on this one.
Yeah, I was like,
fun.
Oh, wait, I roll a d20 first and then a d100.
Yes. Yeah, because it's like to determine like which table you're rolling.
Yeah, which column.
All right, so followers, we've got Acadia has 2 squads of 5 main ads. We're gonna call that 2 captains, 8 grunts, just for my notes, right? We got Actus has got how many people did we determine? Okay, you have your 5-man band, so 2 musicians and then 8 scrubs that we are in training, or I guess we'll call them missionaries. 8 missionaries. Or evangelists. Musicians and missionaries sounds like a Christian rock version of Dungeons and Dragons. So that's what I'm gonna keep it in my notes as.
They go nuts when we slow down the tempo and bring the lights down.
Oh my god, amazing! And then we got Flaskly, who is developing a single. But are you trying to recruit more druids, or do you like? I know you're only going to have one apprentice traveling with you, but do you want to like? Are you trying to send people back, or are you like, nah, the circle's good right now? Like what's your vibe there, Flaskly?
I mean, I would assume that it's like everyone's welcome as long as,
Sure, but what I'm asking is, are you actively recruiting? Or are you just sort of like you're like, hey, I like picked up this kid, it's fine. Like, because both of those are valid approaches
like
to this character, what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just need to know if I need to have you make a roll to figure out like how many dudes you sent back to the big tree.
I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to send people back to the big tree, bolster those home numbers if we need them.
Yeah, give me since nobody else got to roll with advantage, this is before we had Peter, dropping in, it theoretically represents activity that happened in Stymphalos. Let's have you just roll a flat religion check there for me.
Holla. 22. They're wood grain dice.
So 20. Oh, nice. The flourishing set. Wait, what? Where did you get that? I'm gonna check my collection. I'm checking my collections right now.
Check your email.
Yeah. Check my email. Oh, what is that?
I got an email like during the first 20 minutes of the game that was like, "Ayo, here's a token of our appreciation."
Are you kidding me? All right, let me see.
Some sick wood-looking dice.
Oh, that probably goes to like one of my various spam filters, but I bet I have the dice. Hey, wait, no. Oh, I have the Space Guppy set. This must have been for. I think this is for pre-ordering I think I got that for pre-ordering the Spelljammer book. I do not have the wood grain one. That's weird because I do have an active subscription to D&D Beyond.
And I don't.
Anyway,
You don't? I didn't get any cool fucking dice.
You have to claim it from your email. I'm doing it right now.
Oh,
I'm in my
okay.
email. I don't have any emails.
It's probably
from
under my
them.
promotions.
What
D&D
is
Beyond?
the email? Can you give me some keywords to use to search?
D&D Beyond.
We're all simping for D&D Beyond right now.
D&D Beyond
big-
team.
Big
the,
D&D
who it's
news
from.
incoming. Open a gift and more.
Big D&D news incoming.
I don't think I have it.
I don't think I have it yet either, but they're probably coming out in waves, right? If Greg got it like tonight. Anyway, let's try to get back on track here. Sorry, that's that's partially my bad.
Oh, there it is. I got it also.
Oh, I don't have it. I'm so mad. I'll look into it later. I'm fine. I got my cool dice. I want my dice to be different, Greg's anyway.
Unlock dice.
So you send back 21 guys because one of those is his name is Giorgio Georgopoulos, right? We got one
Might as well.
apprentice. Was that right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I said at first. I haven't really thought of a.
Oh, you
another
can
name.
you can change it if you'd like. I'm not locking that in. I thought you were serious about that.
I mean, I just can't even think of another name. So that's his birth name, and at some point he'll upgrade to a religious name.
I think
and
it's an
we'll switch it.
amazing name. Honestly, Giorgio Georgopoulos it's good. There's real power to it. Giorgio. It sounds Greek, but also Italian. It's just very Mediterranean, you know.
Didn't know if I had crossed the stereotype line there.
You know, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know enough Greek stereotypes to be offended. So
I just talked to a lot of them at booking, so I took.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. So that. Oh, and then I'm gonna write down just here that Acertico is boosting all follower for now. Cool. So you're marching in. Well, not marching, but you arrive at the gates of Tigia with your modest party of 10 maenads, 10, so 20. All right, so there's 21 followers plus the 4 of you, so 25 people. Just over 2 dozen. Just over 2 dozen people. You arrive at the gates, and the guards call down to you. You know, who are you? What is your business in the polis, and why should we let you in? You're not, you don't have like wagons or stuff. You guys don't look like caravanners or traders, right? So the
we're just
gate
a
guards,
small horde.
Yeah, the gate guards are just like, hey, who are you? Why should we let you in? You look kind of dangerous. You look like a small mob. Who's up to no good?
Yeah, I state that's like, we have come here to spread the word of Dionysus. And then like I wait a beat, I'm like, and we have alcohol.
Yeah.
The guards are like,
the whole party cheers at we have alcohol.
Whisper, yeah. The guards like talking back and forth to each other for a minute, and then they're like, the worship of Dionysus was banned in this city by the previous monarch. I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to remain outside.
Unfortunate.
And then I say it's like, but we've already convinced other cities to lift said ban with
we can arrange a meeting for one of your persons to meet with the king.
Ask if they can bring the statue.
Let me do it. If I meet the king, I'll be able to impersonate him later if it's necessary.
Oh shit! Yeah. All right. Yeah. That sounds great.
They say, "All right, wait over there. Someone will be along shortly to
Escort us.
to escort your spokesperson to the king. The king of this city is named Diodorus. That's going in the Winers chat thread real quick.
Dio.
Diodorus. Whoa. Holy smokes. Dude.
And
No.
we keep saying king. Is their formal title king?
I don't
in these
know
places?
I don't know what people were called back then. I'm just saying king.
Sure.
I think tyrant is a. I
That's
know that
also
I
another
know.
word.
I know Athens was ruled by a tyrant. Like that's where we get that word from. I don't know what they were called. We're gonna say king because that gets across.
Close enough.
Yep.
Is the king of Tegia in the way that Boomy is the king of Omashu while still being within the Earth Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Except
Sure.
that in this case, there is no Earth King. Right? There's no empire level title here.
Right.
There is no such thing as Greece. There are only these little
Police.
polies. Yeah, exactly. So, Tegia. I just wanted to write down the name of the city-state right here. So it takes about an hour, but a guard in like Grecian armor comes out and like hoplite gear or whatever.
So like
Comes
a
out.
skirt.
You said it took an hour.
Takes about an hour. They make you sweat. Yeah.
Are there guards like and all that stuff?
Oh no, we invite them to drink with us.
Wait, they
Yeah,
make me
absolutely.
I mean,
sweat?
they're up on the wall and they're not.
We can toss
they're
it
not-
up.
Oh, so I'm still waiting with the group. I thought like I had been moved to a waiting room. I don't know.
Oh
Okay.
no! You're just waiting with
We're
us.
waiting for the people to come get you and
Okay.
bring you in the wall because they're not letting you in. There's like a small, access door that is, normally locked and barricaded that they come out.
Well, I would
And-
like to spend that hour entertaining the guards and try to improve their opinion of us.
You can make a perform check, but you are going to have disadvantage because they're all the way up on the wall. And I know from experience that it's difficult to play to an audience that is both far away and physically hostile when you're outdoors.
Could I add guidance to that?
I wouldn't say hostile. I would say unfriendly.
I'm sorry, I meant I didn't mean mechanics terms hostile, but yes,
Okay.
you're correct. Unfriendly. Yes, you can add guidance to this. Sure.
And can I, by incorporating prestidigitation, can I get any kind of improvement on that?
Will prestidigitation allow you to amplify your voice?
I mean, no, but I can make more impressive things happen than just talking or playing music good. There could
Like what?
be.
I mean, I also have prestidigitation, so I can like join in.
Yeah, we
and
could
make it
be
even
doing
bigger.
like the fundamentally like pyrotechnics, but not literally pyrotechnics. Obviously, smaller in scale and like.
Yeah. Because like we can create harmless
See,
sensory
the thing
effects
is
such
that
as a shower of sparks.
The thing is that what you would really need right now, because they're all the way up on top of the wall, they're all the way down here. What you really need is amplification. There is a spell that would give you that. It's thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. Yeah.
But I don't think prestidigitation does that. You can use prestidigitation, but it's not going to cancel out your disadvantage because it's a distance thing. This is like
It's too small.
think of your perform as like a crossbow or whatever. You are like in the you're not beyond the range increment where it can be at all possible, but you are performing at a long range.
They're in the nosebleeds. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you're doing close-up magic, and they're in the nosebleeds.
That's
Yeah.
not gonna cut it. I get it. All right.
No, that's all good. But I appreciate the hustle. Give me that perform with disadvantage.
Fuck.
Oh.
An 8. I mean, they don't grow like they're just not paying attention.
Well, you just need to add in the D4.
Oh
You do get to add a D4. But I'll say, even with a 12,
Fuck.
I think
Well,
that's
it's a 9, yeah. I was like,
Again,
best case
they're
it's
not-
a 12, but yeah.
not actively hostile towards you or anything, but they are completely disinterested in your entertainment. They view you as enemy combatants right now.
Oh, I should have flown up to the top of the wall.
I don't think
That would have been clever.
True.
Or yeah, that might have got you shot. Actually.
Yeah, I think that would have been taken as an act of hostility. But never. But who? How would I? Who's to say?
Who could say?
I'm just the AI that runs this computer game. Anyway, so yeah, with the 9, and nothing happens. Nothing bad happens. But someone does come to get you after an hour. A soldier arrives. Comes through the gatehouse and says, "Which one of you will speak on behalf of your band of rabble?"
Yep.
All right, follow me. And he leads you through the gatehouse and to the king. King Diodorus of Tegia is a middle-aged it's a middle-aged dwarf with a big old black beard, tightly curled, little like gold bands decorating it. He's wearing not a toga, but like a tunic. White. Like a flowing tunic. It's not white. It is like a robin's egg blue color, and it has really detailed, not embroidery, but like, printed patterns on it. It's very nice. It's very kingly, and he sees you brought before him. How does Atkiss dress? Remind me. Actis. Sorry, I keep metastasizing that. Sorry.
The metastasize. Oh, okay.
Metastasis, not metastasizing like a not like a cancer thing.
Sorry, that's just
anyway.
where my head went. I'm not sure what's period appropriate. Oh.
I mean, whatever. Like, just go for vague. We are in a mythic era here, so go for something vaguely Greek inspired, and you'll be fine.
Oh well, I just beautiful flowing robes, but like tailored in, where it's not just like a bed sheet.
You've got like, what are you rocking your lyre? Like, what are you kind of rolling up with?
Yeah, I've got like.
Got
I have like
hammer
waist satchels and like my lyre in my hand and like I've got other instruments.
Right. Okay. So you have the lyre of Apollo, specifically the first lyre that was ever created by Hermes and gifted to Apollo.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So that's what you come in rolling in, and I'm gonna have you make, especially because I know that this isn't like a thing for bards anymore. But it used to be that bards had this special ability called bardic knowledge, where just like as they came into a city, they could just like sort of roll to see, what do I know here? Because I'm a professional storyteller. Maybe I've heard stories about here. Maybe I know which ones are true and which ones aren't. Who knows? And they don't really have that in 5th edition, but I'm going to kind of let you do it anyway. I want you to roll for me a history check, which you have half proficiency in because you're a bard. So this kind of works. Roll me a history check real quick, or religion, whichever you have a higher score in. I think it's the same for you.
The same, yeah.
Okay. This is to figure out, because you don't know much about Tegia. This is to find out which are the gods that are held in highest esteem in this polis.
Well, I got 11.
Okay, on an 11. I'm going to give you one more one more sort of second chance here. You don't. Right. So on an 11 history check, you don't like know off the top of your head who are the god or goddess or multiple that are most revered in this polis, because most of them have like a patron or two that they sort of revere above the others. While also maintaining, small shrine and giving appropriate sacrifice on feast days and stuff to other gods. That's sort of how Hellenic polytheism works. So you don't know who the Tegians are like into most of all off the top of your head, but you on an 11 you recognize that you don't know that, and so as you're being escorted from the gatehouse to the king, because you have to go like kind of all the way through town, including like passing by the largest temple. I'm going to see like what you can gather, like by looking around as you're going through. And again, I'm going to give you
perception.
I'm going to give you a choice. You can either roll perception or investigation.
They're the same.
Okay. Well, roll whichever one you think is more appropriate, since they're the same numerically.
Fuck me.
Cool.
All right. Well, I'll use your passive perception then. On a 15, you can tell that there are images of the moon in all of its various phases, pretty common in the art here. But you don't see, you're being hustled along by this guard too quickly to like see specific statues or anything. So
I saw like reliefs of the moon and stuff.
You're seeing like as you're like going through like hallways and stuff, you're seeing a lot of like the phases of the moon as like a motif or like for trimmings of stuff, with that sort of image.
Okay. Well, can I roll religion to see if I remember what that's associated with?
I'll give you that as your like last. This is like as you're walking into the throne room. I'm letting you roll this.
This last.
Wouldn't that just be common knowledge, though? Even if he doesn't know?
It's not just, no, because again, how these gods are being revered is the thing, right? So yeah, roll religion here for me. Let's see one more. My plan to get the yips out did not work. Yeah, you got nothing. Probably Artemis.
3 1s and a 2 all in a row.
Probably Artemis. Shrug. I bet it's Artemis. There probably is Artemis here. Seems like it. Hey,
no.
you know who's the moon? Artemis. Goddess of the moon. Artemis.
That is who is that?
The giant spoon.
We love
Artemis.
her. All right, so you come in and you're now in front of this this dwarf with a big beard, and he says something along the lines of, well, if it isn't the spokesman for the illegal mob that waits outside my city gates, begging me for entry. What do you have to say for yourself, rabble?
Oh, Majesty, please, you mischaracterize us. We are but travelers come from Stymphalos, here to spread the word of the return of
Our Lord and Savior Dionysus.
That's not what I'm saying.
I know King Tellius.
Return of ceremony and I don't know. I'm lost now.
I know King Tellius, and I know not what bewitchments you have put upon his mind, that he has allowed the worship of your traitorous god, who was rightly banned by our forefathers. But you will find tradition is stronger here in Tegia than it was in lawless Stymphalos.
Well, tell me, Your Excellence, by what tradition do you stand?
By the tradition of my father, King Diodorus I. I'm gonna need you to. Oh, yeah. Keep going. I'm gonna wait till a critical moment to have you roll your persuasion, and just pray it's not like a 3. Or is that the one that you can't roll below a 10 on?
With
Persuasion,
silver
no,
tongue,
that's
it's-
20 minimum.
Yeah, 20 minimum.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. That's working
Yeah.
in your favor
Well,
here.
It always
unfortunately.
will. I idiot-proofed that part, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing that you do that.
I don't know, man. I was a little surprised. But it's because they also have expertise and like blah 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 blah.
Expertise.
Oh no! I mean, I made these. I let you guys make these characters very powerful. I'm not complaining that they're too powerful. I like it. Anyway,
What time of day was it when we came in, and what was the weather
it's
like?
8:30 in the morning. It's sunny with a high of 72 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky.
The vibe.
Okay.
April
Yeah.
24th.
The king, corked up. Is it corked up Mediterranean man?
With the sauce.
If
Goated
Okay.
with the lamb sauce.
And I'm sorry, you said it's 8:30 in the morning. What was the weather?
well, now it's 9:30 because you had to wait for an hour.
Yes.
And the weather is right now it's 70 degrees and beautiful. Forecasted high at 72.
Okay, and it's like what, late spring, summer?
I don't know, sure. They don't really have a 4-season cycle the way we do in this part of the Mediterranean. They have like a it's pretty chill to be around season and a like it's too hot for things to grow season. So it's like it's pretty chill for stuff to happen right now.
Okay.
Season.
Well, I can see, Majesty, you're a man who will take much convincing. You're very proud of your city, a beautiful city, and a wonderful place. You have allowed it to remain since the passing of your father. May he rest in peace. But perhaps you would believe me if I told you that this very summer night, outside, it will freeze. In the name of Hermes, in the name of Apollo, and in the name, yes, of Dionysus.
Hold on. Just real quick. Can you back this up? Is this a thing you can do?
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Like,
Oh, control weather
Yes.
from your
Yeah.
lyre.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
damn.
Okay. So all right, hang on. What is this? All right. You take control of the weather. Change the current weather. When you find a current condition on the table, change its stage by 1 or down. So right now it is warm. So
But
you'll need a few.
But it's going to be cool at night, right? If
Right,
it's warm
right.
now. And I can go
Oh,
from
you're
cool
saying
to
this
cold.
night you can go to cold, and then from cold to Arctic cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, basically that. Yeah.
Change.
Wild.
So over time, I
So
will
it's
just
one
ramp
stage
it
per
up.
thing. Okay, yeah, you're right. So like at night it will be cool, and you could freeze it. He says, he looks. All right, roll.
Please
I mean,
don't
this
do
is
that.
Here's
Please
the thing:
don't.
is that's not really persuasion. That seems
That's
like
intimidation.
intimidation.
Deception. I'm trying to convince him a miracle is happening.
Well, but that's
Ooh,
not
yeah.
deception. You have a
It's sort
divine
of Moses
artifact
style.
that is gonna do an actual miracle. This is, I mean, I guess this is. What are you? Is this like a?
How are you doing it?
Are you telling him that if he doesn't, you're just trying to persuade him that this will happen?
I'm
Okay.
offering him a
Believes me that we have
demonstration
power.
in the name of the God
Yes.
he doesn't
All right.
believe in.
Then yes, roll persuasion for me.
Okay, 27.
Okay, that's really high. Let me roll a d20. And wait, let me first determine what his insight modifier is.
Sure.
Okay,
Negative
I know what it is
30.
now. Let's roll. All right. I mean, he believes you. For sure. Like, you get what you want here, which is, he says, his eyes, I mean, he failed his roll and you succeeded at yours. So this should be what victory looks like for you.
Oh,
What does victory look like?
Punch.
This is like one of these things where it's like you're gonna get what you want, but like I don't think
Maybe
you're
not the
gonna
way you
like.
wanted
I
it.
don't think you're gonna like it, but that doesn't feel like what you should get for a 27. Yeah, he looks terrified.
Like,
He
oh, shit.
says, "You bring the wrath of the heavens down upon the favored city."
I would offer a demonstration sufficient for your grandeur, Majesty.
I do not wish for you to freeze my fields and crops, but neither can I lightly overturn the law my father set in place, banning the worship of this god. It is deemed dangerous and detrimental to society.
Guess we just need to figure out a way to
Well-
prove that was wrong.
Well, you guys
Heard
aren't
it.
here.
I'm not there,
Sadly.
but yeah.
Not
Surely a
Yeah,
man
the
as wise
barbarian
as
is like-
yourself,
Let me punch them.
surely a man as wise as yourself can see a path forward to some sort of accommodation. There need not be conflict, and you need not betray your traditions. In fact, once upon a time, was this not a tradition here? Could it not instead be a resurrection of tradition? A truer tradition.
This is another persuasion, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Because now, like
roll it.
he became scared of you successfully, and now
20.
okay. So that means it was anything below 10. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
It only adjusted it up by 1, which
Yeah.
isn't all that situational.
Easy maths.
One
All
is
right.
one.
So here's the thing: he still only got a 15. He's got a +3 on his insight. So he says, "You have given us much to think on, Lord." Did you introduce yourself? Did you give your name?
I don't think he did.
I imagined I was introduced. Sorry.
Okay, I mean,
Oh yeah, like as you walk
Guard
in.
didn't ask you for your name. I guess
That's fair.
He
Well,
says,
I guess I didn't.
"All right, well then, I guess he says he's like, very well. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name."
Oh my lord, Your Majesty, I'm a man of no consequence.
Jesus.
I'm gonna freeze all your fields, but I'm of no consequence.
But if you must call me something, you may call
It's
me.
not. It is presented as the gods freezing the.
Lord
That's just a suggestion.
Lord Actus, I will need you to withdraw. I will need you to give your word. I will allow your group into the city. However, while they remain within these walls, they must follow our laws, which means no Dionysian rites are to be performed within the walls of the city. I will bring this matter before city elders, who will need to vote in order to change a law of this magnitude. Do we have your word that you can remain in the city while observing our laws until such time as the resolution is brought to a vote? And it can be changed through the established legal system of our fair city, which we hold quite dear.
Well, I would want nothing else. I suppose that under the extra condition, some of our number may camp outside the wall. should they find themselves to be less than.
If you find yourself unable to restrain yourself, we would welcome the wisdom that you would show by remaining outside the walls. But those members of your party who do believe they can control themselves will be allowed in. We will swear that so long as the terms of this pact are not broken, no harm will come to you from us. Obviously, I can't speak for every cutthroat on the street, but no harm will come to you from official means.
Ask if they want to Dionysus statue.
Under those conditions, Majesty, you have my word. And for your wisdom, I pray, may the gods grant you a gentle summer rain this eve, and every one that follows in your good faith and action.
May it be so. And then he waves you away. So that was a success, I guess. It keeps disabling your video. What is... Alright, I'm going to check some settings, but y'all keep going. So presumably Actus comes back to camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And tells the rest of you the situation.
Yeah, so we can go in now. But here's the deal, and I fill him in on the whole situation, and I'm like, so if people think they can behave, go in. If not, maybe short bursts, come back out to the tents.
So make the wine out here.
Selling
Bring you
wine and telling stories aren't right.
What if we even do like some charitable work? And we start.
I would say you're definitely not allowed to distribute wine within the city.
Yeah.
We can drink for the kids.
We start help cleaning.
For the kids.
Help the merchants. We help them sell their wares free of charge, all goodwill. Just kind of like generate some
start goodwill.
Positive some
vibes.
Yeah, some good positive vibes. Establish yourself within the community that, hey, we're a good group of people.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a bit harder to say, like, look how evil these people are with their cleaning our streets up.
Yeah. I like that. I only got 10 people.
I can make Giorgio do a bunch of shit.
Cool.
I mean, that's enough people. We've got there's 25 of us. We can do some shit.
Yeah.
We've got magic and stuff. Might be able to help.
It's true. We could prestidigitate a whole lot of cleanliness.
Well, I guess I do want to know who is going in the city and who, if anyone, is remaining camped outside.
I'm definitely going in. Are we all going in?
Wait, one at a time, people. So, start with you, Wit.
I was going to say I was going to stay outside, and then I realized that if Peter is going inside, I probably better go bodyguard him.
Are you leaving your maenads outside, then?
I will take one of the senior maenads with me and leave the other one to keep track of the younglings.
All 8 of them, huh?
Nobody tell Anakin.
Okay. Interesting.
Is it interesting?
All right, great. Peter, you said you're going in for sure?
Yeah.
Is everyone going in then? Or is anyone staying outside?
I mean, do you think someone should stay with everybody? I can stay again. That's totally cool.
I'm not in the should business.
That's why I'm talking to the other 3 members of my party.
I believe someone should stay.
Not you, Dungeon Master.
I mean, it feels a little unfair to leave you behind again, though. Do you want me to stay?
At the same time,
you just have to promise Peter's going to be okay.
Right, and I mean, promises are promises, but it's the deed and the action, and just a couple of stabs will probably fuck me up real good.
Okay.
I think
Or why don't we just bring everybody in? Would they all be able to?
I'm not sure about the fresh maenads in the city.
I think your lieutenant takes you aside, Acadia, and says, "What if 2 of you stayed out here? 2 of you went in, and we made preparations in case the deal falls through."
That's a good plan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It sounds like, by the wording of the agreement, the king's hospitality ends once
When they
the
decide.
measure is voted upon, and if they vote incorrectly, they'll no longer be protected.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we may
That's
need
true.
to mount a rescue of Lord Acertico in that event. So we may want to have your expertise, my lady.
Okay.
Okay.
So the urban squad is now Acertico and Actus, and rural squad is now Acadia Flaskling. Is that what I'm hearing?
The plants.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But you don't have to do that. It's just that's an idea that she's suggesting. Is that like,
No, but it's a good idea.
hey, maybe this goes bad, and like it might be good to have like you out, because
Becca.
I don't know if Becca can handle all 8 of them.
Yeah.
It's Becca? Yeah, no.
No,
I think it's probably best if 2 of us stay.
it's Becca.
All right. So who's
Giorgio,
staying then?
keep your eye on Becca. Hey, don't fuck her. You stop.
Giorgio's like, wait, we have a vow of celibacy.
No, just her.
Just
her,
Becca.
okay?
Just Becca.
Just Becca. Okay?
All of the other 19
anyone else.
is okay.
Anyone else.
I would strongly recommend being cautious with the maenads, just in cases. But
I am a man who loves danger.
But Georgia, especially Becca, Giorgio, you gotta watch out.
The
Becca.
more you say it to me, the more it makes me want to do it.
You should have mentioned that earlier before I said her name 20 times.
It was the first couple times. It was like, okay, I won't do it. But now is the forbidden fruit,
I can't stay mad at you, Giorgio. You do you, and if you doing you doing Becca is you doing you, then let it be done,
He shrugs.
Oh.
We see where it goes.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, you mean like the situation? Okay.
Yeah, the situation.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think I mean?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Of what I know of human anatomy, things are generally put places.
Oh no,
Maybe
I
we're
know
just
where
seeing where
it goes.
Oh, I mean, there's options. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, especially with Becca.
Giorgio rolls his eyes and walks away from you. And
Good
we
talk.
hard. All right.
Nice.
Last question is for Actus. Actus, are your musicians and missionaries? Are they coming with you into the city?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 10 and 10. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You've got a squad of 12 and a squad of 13, which is as evenly as you could have split up your
Odd-numbered
current
group.
resources. Yeah. Well, by 2. You could have split into 5 teams, but
We could,
one of them wouldn't have had a leader.
but we're not. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
My people
you
are
guys
all like under orders to just gently
out.
play some nice music and be very nice to
just
people.
be cool. I get it.
Help old ladies carry things or whatever. Just the general vibe.
Yeah, you guys
We're
are on
creating
your
community goodwill here.
You're on your
That's the goal.
yes. You're building community goodwill. Actually, I think on that note, somebody should have to roll some dice for that.
Okay.
So as you come in, you immediately begin looking for ways that you can just be a positive influence immediately. You know, you're picking up trash and throwing it in the bins. Their bins in this version of Ancient Greek. Listen, shut up. I'm sure they had trash bins. Everybody had to have trash bins. They probably just took it and threw it somewhere eventually. But I mean, that's what we do too.
Everyone leaving
Anyway.
fake leaves on the ground if you're responsible.
I played Dwarf Fortress. You have to have a refuse pile.
Gotta have a refuse pile.
So, you guys are just doing good deeds, as you see them. Like you said, helping old ladies cross the street, or throwing away litter, or what have you. It's all happening. You're doing all of it, and I don't know what that looks like role wise. This
Right.
isn't a move that D&D has covered, is it?
Roll for
Not
community
prepared for
service.
Roll for community service.
Yeah.
One of you is helping the other do something. Is this an investigation check to see the opportunities to do good?
That could work.
It could also be
Or is it a perception?
persuasion
Is it a
check.
perception
Finding
check?
the opportunities or actually doing them?
Is it?
Or it could be performance or persuasion.
It might be performance.
Yeah. It might be
And you're
performance.
Okay,
doing
but
this in a way that is meant
Performance
to be
specifically
pursued.
like doing instruments and stuff.
Is it?
Yeah, but we're being
I'm
creative.
gonna read it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But
read the
there's
thing.
also bards that are like actors and
Okay, no, it says
storytellers.
your charisma performance check determines how well you can delight an audience with music, dance, acting, storytelling, or some other form of entertainment. And I would say what you are trying to do is delight an audience. Your audience is the entire city.
I didn't mean to click that. Ignore that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what
You
I was
stuck with
going to
the
say
constable.
is that one of you needs to probably roll performance with advantage with the other one helping you. So,
That wasn't even the right skill. I was just clicking something and I accidentally.
Clicked
Yeah.
it.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Well, my performance is +5, but
I would
the
imagine.
bard is
Okay.
probably the better
But
performer.
persuasion is when you intend to influence a group of people with tact, social graces, or good nature.
That is also true. All right, whichever one you think is better, roll for it.
I'll have you
Whistle
roll it,
while
and
you
I'll be
work?
helping you out. Because I
You're
think yours is
using
better.
persuasion if you're acting in good faith to foster friendships.
Which
Okay.
we are.
Am I
Yeah.
being deceptive?
Inspiring. Wait, this is inspiring a crowd of townsfolk. This is literally an example.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm agreeing with you, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why
Right.
is it? It keeps telling me that video is disabled by me, but now it's back.
Your
Odd.
video is off.
Yeah, your video's off.
I know, but it's saying that other people's video is being disabled by me. But
Uh,
then
Do you
every
need to
time I click-
restart Discord maybe?
I don't know.
Do you want to
It's
restart it?
probably fine. Hang on.
I like
just a
being able
second.
to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with my video, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
We don't want to prejudice them against the king because we're in
I
good with
just
king
wanna-
right now.
I just want to clarify that I was talking about every time that you minimized Discord and came back, and like it automatically brings your video back for everyone else. For me, it kept saying video is disabled by you for your video. My video is off because I am shoving M&Ms in my mouth like a goblin, and I don't want everyone to see it.
Oh.
Cool.
Like,
I love you.
yeah. So it'll be back on in a few moments as soon as the frenzy dies down.
Okay.
That's perfectly fair.
I mean,
Who knows,
I
the
just
munching cave is
shoved
full.
cereal into my face with no concern for you guys seeing milk on my chin, but like, okay.
Milk chin is different than goblin M&Ms.
We all
Okay.
have our different thresholds of like what we're cool with, and like
Shame
on both sides. So like, it does seem like restarting Discord has helped. So
Cool.
let's jump back into it.
Right.
Did we get that persuasion roll with
No,
advantage?
Not yet.
I'm about to roll it, but I was going to say we kind of want to see if we can convince the townspeople to like
Yeah, you were trying to get the
deliver a
townspeople
speech
on
to their congressman today.
Yeah,
you know,
they're gonna talk to their town. The town elders will be taking the temperature of the various people
Cool.
in town.
Yep. So roll with advantage.
Roll with advantage.
27.
All right, you help so many fucking little old ladies. One of you jumps like in front, like snatches in a little old lady out of the way of a speeding chariot. It's extremely traumatic.
But you fixed her back injury while you were doing that.
You guys,
Oh.
you've done so many good deeds by the time you get to the hostel that like your money's no good there. They're like, you're in our best.
Family
You're
stays
in our
for
best.
free.
You're in our best. Family stays for free. They already have your pictures on the wall somehow. You're posing. It's someone painted it. You're posing with the owner. You've never seen this guy before. It's You fucking
you see us
killed
just
it.
like these fucking paintings. It's just us giving the thumbs up.
Yeah,
It's
giving
we
the
never
thumbs
posed
up.
for this.
It says it
don't
says like
think they-
Acertico approved like on it, like
It's already.
because I
I don't
assume
think-
you're trying to. I'm assuming you're hype manning for Acertico, even though you rolled thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Judging from how you almost didn't tell that king your name.
I'm a
earlier.
man of no consequence.
Yeah, sure. I gotcha.
Once this is done, I'm gonna wander on to somewhere else, right? Like
Kane in Kung Fu.
But no, Okay, so we're here.
I mean, you
now
have
hostel.
we
secured
got the
lodgings,
artwork, but
and you've made a very good impression on the populace on your first day. What is the task that you like? So, I guess once you guys get settled in, you tell your missionaries, you're like, go out and just do good deeds. Don't do any Dionysian shit. Just go do good deeds. They're on good deed patrol.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna make some rolls in the background here using real dice and my dice tower because I can do that. I'm gonna get the mic real close so you can hear the ASMR of it.
And then, while you're doing the good deeds, it's like when people ask, like, "Oh, who are you? Where are you from?"
7 people
You
died.
then start talking about Dionysus. It's like, yeah, getting a bad rap. This law is unjust, and we're proof.
Okay, there we go. We've now achieved dice. Okay, cool. So the whoa, Riley's gone.
Yep.
Not Riley. It's a different person now. Acadia.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Are you back? When you disappeared, I called you Riley.
Yeah, Acadia. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Acadia.
I was like, oh no, Riley's gone. Okay.
We all rushed to correct him.
Anyway, let's cut over to while they're making a great first impression. Let's cut to Extraction Team Alpha. Rural team, what's going on over here? What groundwork are you laying outside the city walls? I assume you sort of retreated back into the wilderness, off the road and further away from the city.
Yeah, I'd say so.
For the moment, probably at least until sunset, right?
Yeah.
So what's happening over here in like the little command tent? You got your 2 squads of Maenads. You got Giorgio Georgopoulos, who is like winking at Becca every once in a while whenever he catches her eye, and
The Acadia is occasionally smacking her just a little, like, pay attention.
and Acadia and Flaskly are you're here. These are your troops. What are you doing? What's the situation out here? I don't know what I don't listen. I'd have to do a lot of archaeology work to find out like authentically what like an ancient Greek wall is like. But we all know what like a city wall is like. We played Dungeons and Dragons before. Fundamentally, this is still Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, what do you do? There's like a moat. There is a moat around this city as well, I should say, but it's not a complete. It's not like a 360 moat. It's like there's like a natural river like running next to the thing, and they built the gate like so that you have to go over the river to get to the thing.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I think the first thing we need
That was
to
also that was part of why you were having trouble playing to them because they didn't have the drawbridge down. Like you were like really
Over the sound of the
at
river.
like the close. You were not at close range. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, the first thing we need to do is scout around the city and make sure that we know the area and know what the wall looks like, and if there's any way in that isn't bust through the gate. Since the whole point of us being here is to be able to get them out if we need to know how to get in to do that.
Sure. So like I said, this is like built on a riverbank.
Right.
There's a lot of little farms, obviously, like along the river using that hydropower.
Yeah.
Things like millstones, but also like more. This is mythic Greece, so more fantastical stuff too. Like you're seeing like pumps and waterworks and so forth. The wall itself is, I don't know, 40 feet high. Is that too high? Does that seem too high? That seems
It's pretty
too
high.
How about
That's a 4-story building.
3 feet?
How
3
about
feet high.
25 feet tall? 25?
That seems more believable.
Is that 25 foot tall walls?
Seems about
Pretty big walls.
Hang on. I'm going to do a quick Google. How
How tall wall?
How tall wall?
How tall?
Ancient
How tall Paul wall?
Polis wall.
Grills?
Height. You needed to add height because you're just going to get pictures
He
of
said
random
tall.
ones now. Oh, tall.
How tall wall?
How wall?
How tall
Maybe
wall?
they don't have wall? Maybe they don't have a wall.
Good thing it's a D&D campaign.
Good thing it's a D&D campaign where I can put walls wherever I want.
Hey, here's
how
something about
tall-
walls.
How tall castle wall?
Probably about 39 feet. is what
Wildly
I'm
But
saying.
it says 40 feet tall, 12 meters. A typical castle. It varies greatly between castles, but
You're gonna
typical
believe
castle
everything
wall
you read?
can be 10 feet thick and 39 feet tall.
If you're like much more forward in time with better
Yeah, I
engineering
guess
skills,
that's
medieval
true.
European
Yeah,
person.
where is that? Okay. Oh, this is specifically the idea of a curtain wall. Okay, let me go back to castle. I don't know.
You want
Yeah,
city
all right,
wall.
Anthrax?
20 feet tall. It's 20 feet tall. It's a 20-foot wall around the city. That's as big as a T-Rex, but it seems reasonable.
I don't
Anything
hate
with
it
the metric
nearly as
system.
much.
It's one Jolly Green Giant.
6 2/3 meters.
One Jolly Green Giant, 2 guys on top. 3. It's like 3.5 guys on
guys
top
and
of
a
each other.
raccoon.
It's like one Humpty Dumpty and 3 of the Queen's men.
Roughly.
It's fucking 25 feet tall. I'm raising it 5 feet for that.
Boo!
That was so good,
No.
though. I was really
Listen.
proud of that.
Quit,
sorry.
what have you done?
Look what you've done. You
Quit,
raised
you
the
added
castle.
a horse into
You-
the stack.
you cha-
A horse has been added.
you
The horse is roughly 42 hands high.
What is that funny?
No, he's right. Horses
It's
are
true.
still measured in hands, like to this day, and I hate it so much.
My dressage voice. You don't like it?
I love your dressage
I'll
voice.
tell Papa to get me new lessons.
Yeah.
Papa.
The secret to big horses is having your children measure them.
It's true.
Okay,
Mm.
Greg, I need you to
Many
stop
people are
so I
saying
can breathe.
this.
Okay, so the wall's 25 feet high. That's great.
How many hands is that?
I said beef and everything.
I stopped for a good 8 seconds. You could have gotten like 3 or 4 solid breaths in there. Work on
So,
your
okay,
oxygen absorption.
how is the river? How is the river, though?
How is it?
Yeah, like,
It's
is it,
looking,
like,
it's looking
rapid? Is it
so
deep?
good.
Is it chill?
It's extremely deep, but not very rapid.
And how wide?
40 feet.
I fucking hate you.
Which is about 7.5 alligators. Hip to tail.
Adult.
Nah, it's 25 feet. That's why they built the wall that high, because it's how high the broad.
It's the only
The draw.
measurement they
It's how
recognize.
tall the drawbridge.
The
has to be.
drawbridge needed
Oh,
to
there we
be.
go.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's smart. Good
So the
thinking.
river is actually 20 feet wide. That's why the drawbridge is 25 to give it a little bit of wiggle room.
Okay. So
That's
is there
solid
any
landing.
is there like a sewage outlet? I don't remember. I know Rome had plumbing. I don't remember
Sure.
if Greece did.
They
Shit
probably
on
just
the
pipe it straight into the. It's probably like in the river,
They
right?
probably have like
Listen,
maybe like a trash chute.
I
The
can
end
make a
of the
roll
river.
if you want me to for the main ads, but like we're trying to find weaknesses. Things like entrances, things like maybe the
Sure.
wall looks kind of busted
Is there-
here. Maybe there's a secret
is-
door around back. I don't fucking
Is
know.
there any way Flaskly can help you with this?
I don't know, Fastly. Can you
I'm-
ask all the birds and the bees?
Flaskly can askly, yeah.
Is that a
I'm
thing?
Ask with Flaskly.
Askly with Flaskly. Today I'll
Everyone
be
calm
talking
down and let Flaskly answer.
to 8 spiders.
Please don't.
Can you talk to spiders?
I mean, I can. Whether or not they understand me remains to be
Dude,
unseen.
that's fucking dope as hell.
You know, if we
Anyone
encounter
can talk to
intelligent
spiders.
spiders, I can make myself understood. to
Hold
them.
on, I do just want to do a
I
quick.
love the like 10-second delay on Drew catching that joke.
I want to do a quick pause because on the note of that joke, one of the things when they were developing fourth edition and like playtesting it, they were doing this is like back when podcasting had first started, and Wizards was one of the first like major corps doing like a podcast. They were like podcasting a lot of their playtests of fourth edition and stuff. And there was this running joke in the office that in the Wizards like in office game that one of them ran, I think Mike Merles or somebody had like one of them just hated gnomes and had rewritten the gnomes speak with burrowing creatures ability to include at the end of the line, this does not confer the ability to understand to either party. So it's just
literally
an
just talking to
ability
moles.
where you can just talk to a badger or a mole or whatever, and it can't understand you, and you can't understand what it says back. And then, like, the hosts of the show are like, doesn't everybody technically have that ability? And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah. But gnomes have to write it down on their character sheet.
Because gnomes aren't special.
So it's like, yeah, it's like, obvious. It's like, yeah, I mean, he can talk to spiders, but I mean, do you have any abilities that
Not
let
like
you
guidance.
speak? Do you have abilities that let you talk to animals? Is that a thing that you can do?
I know druidic.
It is a spell.
I don't think it's a
but-
thing you can do yet. Oh, if
Yeah.
it's there might be a spell that's like speak with animals. That's pretty
I'm just
cool.
wondering,
But
like,
it's
that
not
was just
one
a
that I have
like
prepared.
beast
You've gotten your
speech or
first
something like
wild
that,
shape.
or-
You've gotten your first wild shape improvement. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Wait, what's about this fungal infestation? If a beast or humanoid that is smaller than you dies within 10 feet of you, you can use your reaction to animate it as a zombie under your control.
That's horrifying.
It's only got 1 hit point though.
Nobody could be a spy.
Sure.
No, I think it's pretty. I know it's not specified here, but my interpretation is that it's not a subtle thing. I think you
Yeah.
kind of get it's a fungus zombie. I think it kind of cordyceps the head.
Okay, but
You know,
They
like
are
like-
fungi.
I think it's like a Last of Us situation.
like a rat
Like a rat.
or a bug. It just said smaller than him.
Or a spider.
It's a beast or a humanoid that's small or medium.
I'm pretty sure a spider's a beast.
Well,
Okay,
spider's tiny.
small.
Anyway, let's. I was just looking at different stuff.
Sorry, I don't know. Try to help.
Also, yeah, Flasky is infested with mold. Is the important thing about his statue.
Right. He's mossy.
Mossy
mossy.
boy. I mean, I can use guidance to help with the rolled aspect of it, or I could do
Mhm.
like gaseous form.
Yeah, I didn't know. Now
Oh,
what's
that could be very useful.
what's this?
Do I
Is
have
that
it
just a
prepared?
spell that you
baby.
know?
Yeah,
Hell
it's
yeah,
a druid
bro.
spell. Or I can
yeah,
transfer a willing creature.
you've only prepared like, oh yeah, there it is, gaseous form. Perfect. All right, so what does this do? A willing creature you touch, along with everything it's wearing, into a misty cloud for the duration. It ends if it drops to 0 hit points. While in this form, you can only fly at 10 feet per round. So that is something to think about. It doesn't let you get very far away. But I think you can use. Do you have like gust of wind or something? Because I think you can maybe use that, like to
move yourself.
well, not to move himself, but to move whoever he turns into this.
Well,
He can't
isn't-
cast spells in this form,
Oh, fair.
right? I think he's
Right.
talking about doing this to you or possibly to Peter.
Like a
if
Maynard or Giorgio or
I was just gonna say Giorgio. Yeah.
Yeah, Giorgio.
We
You
just
can
need
go
someone
to
to scout.
Giorgio.
check out the
Okay.
walls and stuff. But I don't really have any sort of like wind.
Isn't there is gust of wind a first level or if it's not a cantrip, you could just prepare it. Like
Yeah.
you can swap out something else. Like,
Oh
I'll
yeah,
let
here,
you,
let me check.
you know what I mean? Because you're a
Oh,
druid.
gust is a cantrip.
Gust of wind.
Just gust. Let me
It's
check
just
for
gust.
any other wind manipulation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guidance, resistance, and thorn whip is pretty good too. Wait, why is chill touch custom? Play as attack. Oh, right. That's why.
Gust of wind is a second level spell.
There you go. You could prepare that, right? Swap out
Yeah.
something for it.
Oh, and I guess I actually had a spell slot open probably from leveling.
There you go. Use it to prepare gust of wind, baby.
It's
And
a
then-
done.
And then let's see what does gust of wind do? It might actually specifically say that it like interacts with this spell because these are both old legacy spells that have been around for a long time.
The gust disperses gas or vapor.
Okay. I would say I would just let this push somebody 60 feet. Right? It's a 60 feet long and 1 foot, 10 feet wide. You push 15 feet away from you for corporeal creatures. Yeah, I would say this gives like you could get gust of winded 60 feet in a particular direction in your
Just-
gaseous form.
Just like shoot them over the river to get to the wall so
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can
yeah.
kind of
Get 'em-
probe it.
Just into the polis, then they can just sort of drift around like a fart. The question is, how are they going to get back to you? Because gaseous form also.
They
Okay,
could just leave the city.
gaseous form is all right. There's a complication here. Gaseous form is a concentration spell, and so is gust of wind. I
Gust
think.
of wind. You're right.
I might let you do like an Arcana roll to see because you don't care about continuously blasting it. You know, if you wanted to do
Yeah.
it just as a
Do like a quick swap.
Yeah.
I would maybe let you roll an Arcana check to see if you can do that without breaking concentration. But the problem is, if it failed, it would probably like result in Giorgio like falling into the river.
Can Giorgio swim?
Has
I would
anyone
assume so.
asked Giorgio if he can swim?
We can ask
I'm asking him now.
right now. Giorgio, my
Oh
man,
yes,
my main man.
I spend all my summers in the river,
Oh,
the
good.
sea. I'm very comfortable in the
Perfect.
water. Love it. Love to swim.
Good,
My
good,
second
good.
favorite activity for exercise.
We're not going to ask what the first one is.
Marathons.
Links.
Giorgio,
It's
answer the
Becca.
question. Stop moving your face at us. Anyways,
He
yeah,
says,
but
I
I'd
can
be
swim.
down to try it. You want to be turned into a cloud and shot into the city?
So you can try and help us find out how we're going to get in?
How do you say, hell yeah, brother?
Hell yeah!
You just did.
You
And we
just
high
did.
five super hard. Whoop.
Yeah. He high fives like really, he's like a really hard high fiver.
Like an aggressive.
And I know that you're a statue, but like,
Even I'm
it,
like, oh,
even you are kind of
oh,
like, ooh, it kind of stings.
good one, Giorgio. What's with
You can feel it. It's not the statue that feels it, it's the spores. The
They're
mycelium
like
has
boy.
you have a nervous system made out of fungus in this statue. You have your mycelium being.
Fungus? It's
Fulsomely.
fungus.
I think you are the fungus, right?
Yeah.
That seems to be the story of this Warforged druid.
the stone is just your armor. Slash.
Yeah.
Flesh.
In the same way that my flesh is just my armor for the
Yeah.
spooky spaghetti monster that is my thinking bit.
Think meat.
Yeah.
Think meat.
You have
Think
think meat, but it's made out of marble. Or well, no, your think meat is made out of mushrooms, but the rest you've made out of marble. Anyway, Flaskily, do you want to guys just want to do that? What are Giorgio's instructions once he's inside?
Look for a way through or out that is not the front
Weaknesses
gates.
in their defenses. Anything
cool.
he can find.
Does he
really.
have a way to contact y'all?
Couldn't he just walk
Come
out
back
as
out?
if he had gone in with the original group?
He could just go. He could. Yeah, I mean, if they
Shit.
are let
Just walk
out,
in.
if they're let out, sure.
Yeah, it's true that he could just walk in.
Yeah, but then you guys wouldn't do this cool plan that burns 2 spell slots.
Right, but
Giorgio's like, it was like in like a like an Evil Knievel style leotard. It was like I was getting very excited. The idea of being shot as gas over wall at night.
Sounds kind of Russian now.
I can't do a Greek accent, so it just sort of drifts all over the place.
Giorgio is
It's
a man
everywhere,
of
Trying to
many
find
countries.
trying to find a port where it feels at home, but none of them fit.
Giorgio.
There's a few
every
accents that I
classic.
can recognize, but I can't even begin to imitate. Greek is one of them, but so is Brazilian. Brazilian accents, totally wild to me. My
Yeah.
mouth
agreed.
doesn't even know where to start
Mm.
making this accent,
Begado.
right? Oh my god. Greg knows. We had so many Brazilian coworkers at booking.
I miss Nayara.
Yeah. We all miss Nara. Anyway, so yeah. How about that, folks?
I think.
wanna yeah.
I was just gonna say. I think I still want to send some of the Maenads to scout. At bare minimum, it'll burn off energy.
Let's do a survival roll with advantage to try and see how that scouting goes.
Yeah.
Whoever got the higher survival should roll.
What's your survival over there, Flaskly?
+8.
That's gonna be you.
You said advantage?
I did.
All right, Giorgio. Bless me.
Okay.
26.
Giorgio gives you guidance.
Thanks, Giorgio. Like real guidance?
Yeah, give yourself a D4.
Nice.
27.
You said
Thanks,
Giorgio bless
Giorgio.
me,
You did
and
a
he's like,
great job.
okay, and he
Okay.
like sticks out his hand and like, what? He's like a first level cleric right now.
Fuck
Like,
yeah, Giorgio.
Um,
Put the yo in Giorgio.
you should drop a character sheet for him at some point, including telling me what like species he is.
Lizard man.
Is he a lizard man?
No.
That's gonna make his sexual stuff even funnier. Uh,
I was gonna say he's far too sexual for that.
all right, so you got a 27. Yeah, you identify some key points of, weaknesses.
Entry. Yeah.
Number one, there is in fact a sewer grate. You can. It is like just dug out. It's not like in the wall.
like a trench.
It's like a trench or whatever. It is. It has a grate over it, but you're pretty confident that you could rip it off. You're not sure if anyone else could. Doing that thing again. Anyway, yeah. You're pretty sure you could rip it off if you needed to.
Okay.
What else? 2 other things. 3 points of entry. That's point of entry number 1. Point of entry number 2. As you saw, there is in the gatehouse like a side door. That's watched pretty fucking closely, because they know it's there. And also they can pull up the drawbridge to make it less of a liability. Once you get across the river, though, and the river isn't like, the river is deep, but like the banks are not. Like you can get to the river, it's just if you don't make it across, you will probably drown.
Yeah.
So
I won't.
How many of your Maenads do you want to cross the river to get closer to Scout?
However many of them are sneaky, if any, because that
Oh.
sounds really risky.
There's 10. It's probably not about being sneaky and getting across the river successfully. It is an athletics roll.
I get that, but also it seems like the guards might be like kind of sus at us crossing the river.
Well, I figured you would cross down and scream enough to be out of their line of sight.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's just do like a little party of 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
It's not that big a city, right?
Yeah. You roll me an athletics check.
Okay. Jesus. 14.
No one drowns today.
Very good.
So
Very good.
watch your back.
Today.
So the third thing that you find, the party that crossed the river, which I don't think you were personally in, but they found in the back like a secret escape tunnel. They're pretty sure. But it's like all the way around. Like it took them like most of the day to get around to that back half of the city and get back to you, right? Like,
Okay.
or most of the night because you're doing all this scouting at night as well. I think is what you had said.
Okay.
So, all right, I'm gonna.
I didn't, but that would be smart.
It was way earlier that we said we weren't even going to start scouting activity till nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to cut back to in the city team.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you say it's nighttime now?
No. I was gonna say I'm gonna let you tell me what you were doing in like the mid afternoon there, like because they're doing their shit at night, so we're kind of rewinding here a little bit. Um, what do you guys do once you make it to your accommodations and sort of send your people out into the city? The two of you have some time now. I want to remind you that you still don't really know what the situation with these gods
Yeah,
here in the city is.
I wanna investigate a little bit more into like who they specifically worship.
Right, you don't need to make rolls for this because there is a giant temple in the middle of the city that you can just go to.
Find out the
Now that you're
information
not
easily.
like, now you're not being like prodded in the back with a sword. It's not that tough. So you go there, and you find a temple that is dedicated to three goddesses being worshipped sort of as one, and that is um, Selene, the goddess of the full moon, Artemis, the goddess of the crescent moon, and Hecate, the goddess of the new moon. Those are sort of the major goddesses here in this town.
Okay. Do we know anything about their feelings towards Dionysus? The
I think that's going to be a religion roll from you, Tico.
Yeah. Religion.
Do you want like assistance?
I mean, it's not very high. I got a 7.
You have no idea.
Okay, well now that I've seen it properly, do I recognize it?
I mean, you all again. You don't have to roll to recognize.
I mean, do I
whoever.
know what their relationship is toward Dionysus?
Towards Dionysus? You also don't have great religion. I'll let you just roll it independently.
22.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Natural 19.
That's
Nice.
some bard shit right there.
Yeah.
I think the canon answer is I have no idea. So I'm going to kind of make it up here. I don't think I have any specific myths about Dionysus and any of these particular gods.
Right.
I'm just going to double check that real quick. I know which side she was on in the Trojan War, but yeah, not. Yep. There's not. I don't think there's a canon answer here. I think they're just sort of indifferent. All three of them, honestly, they don't really have much to do with him. He's not related to them directly.
Right.
Either. I guess like, she's a Artemis and Apollo were the sons or the children of Leda, right? Or
Yes.
Leto, the swan one.
Yes.
Leto, yeah.
Sure.
With the no.
Yeah.
She is a goddess. She's a goddess, the mother of Apollo and Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. She is the daughter of Coas and Phoebe. But anyway, so Zeus is a parent of theirs. So like Dionysus is technically their half brother or something. So they're probably just like meh. And
That's
then
our weird little brother.
let me check on Selene's
It's a
parentage.
big weird family.
Selene, the personification of the moon. Hyperion and Thea, she has just no relation to him at all. Oh, interesting. Phrygian equivalent of Selene was a goddess named Men. And then let's see. Let's just double check that Hecate doesn't have a. She's a chthonic goddess. Nah, she ain't got no. She's got no. Actually, you know what? Hecate of the three of them is probably the one who is most on board because she is
I
also
was gonna say
chthonic
chthonic
transformation deity that is like super old, the same way that Dionysus is. So like of the three of them, she's probably the one that's like, hell yeah. And then
Bring it on.
the other two are like,
Eh.
I think Celine especially is like whatever, and Artemis is like, oh, little brother is back from his trip. That's nice. You know, that's probably
cool.
the vibe. On a 27, that's what you get.
22.
What was the third one's name?
Hecate,
Celine.
or Selene, Hecate, and Artemis are the three goddesses of the moon being worshipped here. Which historically all were like worshipped in different places, but you know, we're having fun
Not
here.
in this story.
Not in this story, baby. Again, the rest
Not
of
gonna
you
let
either
historical accuracy ruin our
don't.
good time.
Yeah, the rest of you either know enough to not say anything or don't know enough to say anything. So,
I just didn't want to embarrass you.
right.
With all my
Exactly.
moon goddess knowledge.
Of course.
Okay.
I would not. I know you're joking from your tone here, Greg, but I also wouldn't be surprised to find out that you were like a secret repository of moon goddess knowledge. Like that does seem in character for you. So, anyway,
You want bird facts?
yeah, I can believe that you learned it as a joke at one point. You're like, oh no, I'm going to know everything about every ancient moon goddess like that has ever been discovered. Anyway,
I have a point
All
to
of the
make.
lunar deities.
you strike me as someone who's read all of the Hyperspace Time Cube website, like or whatever. I don't remember what it's called. Is that what it is? Hyperspace Time Cube?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking? That's like one of the OG conspiracy websites. It's just like a super
remember.
duper long.
Yeah.
I tried once. I read for like probably an hour and a half and wasn't even close to the bottom of the fucking page. Anyway,
I have to find this. I need to
I
know
I was
now.
gonna say you just gave Greg a project. Good job.
I've brought the monkey's paw, the finger trails.
Whoops.
So yeah, you guys are able to quickly find that out by just a quick trip to the temple.
Mhm.
And those the attitudes of these three goddesses towards your god range from indifferent to mildly enthusiastic.
I would
Okay.
also like to
I would
research-
say like indifferent to friendly in the D&D sense,
Yeah.
but not like allied or whatever, right?
Sure,
Like
definitely.
Is there anything else I can research in terms of like the specific law as to like why it was put in place, and like look for obvious?
you can look for like the official reasons on record for sure.
Maybe
Yeah.
we could
You
like
could also
ask-
maybe like talk to people to like find out like the
Yeah.
not so official reasons. But the problem is this was like a couple hundred years. This was like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So not many people are still around. This king is like on the older side, and it was his father who did it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just kind of looking for like obvious inaccuracy to kind of show like.
Well, maybe the elders would know, and maybe some of them are going to be some of the people casting the votes tonight, and maybe we can schmooze with them and try to gather information at the same time.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I'm gonna schmooze with the town elders. Sure. Let me get out the old Greek name generator, just so I've got some extra elders to call upon. These are good names. I had good names earlier. Where did I get that good name that I got this one from? Did I close that after I got the name? That's no. Oh, I see. There it is. The Hydras.
Seems unlikely.
Doesn't seem like me. Okay.
Time Cube.
Did you find it?
I did. I found it on Wayback Machine.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah.
That does not surprise me.
I thought that it
Alright.
would be there forever.
Looks like
floating
its
through
last
space.
day was May 6, 2015.
What a
Damn.
sad day.
7
Oh my
What,
God,
your
we need to
your
make that-
conspiracy website?
We need to make that like a day of mourning.
In
What is that?
1884, Meridian Time personnel met in Washington to change Earth time. That is the first sentence.
That is the first sentence.
In 1884?
Yeah. Yeah, Meridian Time personnel met in Washington to
Mm.
change Earth time. So I think is what it's asserting is
I
that time zones are a conspiracy.
Ah.
I have read, like I said, like when you said that, it caused like a core memory in me to
Yeah.
unlock. Because
Yeah.
I was like, I have read like a significant portion of this document,
Cube.
but again, no, I don't even think, maybe not even like a fraction of its full, like probably,
Of its
I don't
entirety.
know,
It's
probably
massive.
like definitely less than 10%, possibly less than 1%, but I've still it's like, you know what it's like? Have you ever tried to read everything on a Dr. Bronner's soap
Yeah.
Yeah.
label?
Mm.
And it's there's some bonker shit in there, and that it's like that for this whole thing.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Next page.
All right, so you want to schmooze with the town elders. The best way to do that is to have a good old-fashioned bathhouse scene. where we all
bathhouse
go
scene.
to the communal baths and we schmooze while we're naked. Yeah.
Well,
Spot
Three-quarters
time.
this is
position.
not what I had in mind, but all right.
Listen, I've been watching a lot of anime lately. We're going to the bathhouse. Bathhouse episode. It's
Are there
happening.
going to be people there with butts?
We cut to steam rising. The two of you relaxing in the sauna. There's 4 old Greek dudes there. They're all laughing and having a good time.
This is
They're making
totally
jokes
cool.
about stuff that you have no idea. You don't have any idea what the fuck they're talking about. They're so old.
I said,
and
that's not a cookie, that's a fig Newton.
And yeah, they're just saying stuff that doesn't make any sense to your young ears. It all sounds like absolute garbage. But they seem to be having a good time. These are the elders of the city. Their names.
Are they dwarves?
They are also dwarves. Yes, this is mostly dwarf city. Most of the women here,
So-
dwarves. Most of the men here, dwarves.
Are they dwarf-sized baths?
Most of the children here, dwarves. No, they're still like. I mean, dwarves are considered medium-sized creatures. So, like, shelves are maybe a little lower, but like, pools are still big because dwarves are very broad.
Yeah.
Is the thing. They
I
take
just
up a
wondered if
lot
I
of.
was like extra
They're
sticking
dense.
out.
They take
like-
a lot of
It's
width up.
dense.
Dwarves are a lot of dwarves are like almost as wide as they are tall. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know how I've said before to Peter, you are not a 5-foot cube? Dwarves are closer to
Yeah.
being a 5-foot cube.
They actually
Than people
really
are.
are a 5-foot.
Well, not a
cube.
cube, more like a 5-foot, square. If they were laying down, they would take up the whole square.
Okay.
Anyway, now I'm being racist to dwarves. That's sad. That makes me sad that I did that. Yeah, these are dwarfy Greek men. Do you want to know their names?
Yeah.
Their names
Sure.
are. There's 4 of them. Their names are Peleus, Antiphiles,
Antiphiles.
Lycus, and Calcon. Those names are in the chat there for everyone.
Nice. Okay.
They're having a great time. And you guys are both like more or less human, right? I know you're a Kalishtar, but
Yeah, I mean, like
as far as like how you look, you
yeah, I
basically
look largely
like human.
human. I mean, what was my height? 6 feet.
Sure. And then Actus, you are just a human, right?
Yeah.
Sick. A variant human, but a human. The
Hmm?
variant is
Dwarf-hating human.
variant human, parentheses, Greek.
Greek.
That's the Greek subtype. It counts as Greek for any
I do have the college eloquence and the
text.
charlatan
Parenthetical.
background.
Human. Greek.
Human Greek. Okay. Wow. That would be racist to dwarves and Greeks. All right, cool. So yeah, you find yourselves in you actually are no longer in the baths. You've moved into the sauna. You do all have towels that are acting as tasteful sensor bars for the camera of your various genitalias. What do you do?
You said they're just telling in jokes that make no
They're
sense.
just laughing and having a good time and telling in jokes that don't make any sense to you guys. I mean, they're not like deliberately snubbing you. They're just like clearly already having a good time when you guys come in, right?
I
Okay,
said,
yeah.
Oh, that's just Becca.
Becca's here for some reason. No, Becca's not here.
Oh, she's just her reputation
I
precedes.
guess we should just like walk up and introduce ourselves then, and just kind of like join in on the fun,
In here.
if possible.
Okay. I just want to try and like break in
walk
to
up
their
laughing as
circle
well.
and be like, that's great. But have you heard the one about the Minotaur, you guys?
Barely hold her.
Theseus? Theseus and the Minotaur?
No, what do you call a small Minotaur?
A mini Minotaur?
It's a Minotaur.
It's funny.
Aha.
All right. Peter, or sorry, Asertika, what do you actually say to introduce yourself?
Greek laughter.
Oh, I just say
Yeah,
like
subtitles say like Greco-Roman laughter continues.
right. This one
not
I want to keep
Greco-Roman, it's
way more casual,
Greco-Roman.
so I'm not gonna like go like the normal.
You're not
formal
gonna be
route.
like, "Hey, I'm the herald of the mighty
Yeah, just
god
like,
Dionysus."
Yeah, it's like I'm Master Tico. This is Actus. We're here
We're just some guys.
to relax. We just got into the city.
All right. Roll a deception roll for me.
You guys like wine?
What? He didn't lie. Where did he lie?
He's not telling the whole truth can be a type of deception.
Yeah,
You're not announcing yourself as the herald of this god. So like
right.
you're trying to conceal that information.
Yeah. 23.
Okay. I'm not even gonna roll to try and beat that. 'Cause that's not gonna happen. They say, "Oh, if a traveler, young man, it's so good to see young people getting out and seeing the world."
I must say this is a very lovely spa here.
Holy shit.
They are happy. They go on and on about like the history of this fucking bathhouse or whatever. They talk about it for like
Way
10,
too long.
15 minutes, like way too long.
Way too long.
And like every time one of you tries to like say something, they just like keep going.
Just keep going.
About
They're very
the
excited to talk
bathhouse.
about the
They're
history.
very excited. They're like switching between the four of them.
You see
You know,
this wood? My
like, one of them
great-grandfather cut down this wood.
Yeah, exactly. One of them has to like stop, and the other one like immediately picks up talking before either of you can get a word in edgeways. And after about 20 minutes, you all know a lot more about the history of this bathhouse than you did before.
Nice.
So you've got that going for you.
Hell yeah.
Do you have another tactic you were going to try here for schmoozing them into voting for you?
It's a pretty okay bathhouse.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to find like some icebreakers just to kind of like get them warmed up.
Sure.
Polar bear.
Yeah, let's go with the.
I think you said you wanted to find out why it was banned.
Yeah, like specifically, like, hey, like, why is this even here? Like, it seems oddly specific.
I mean, isn't it kind of nationwide though?
Well, there is no nation.
Right. Sorry, but you know, everybody did it.
Wide.
It was sort of
but
regional.
They've all
Yeah.
got their own reasons, right?
Right.
Because they've all
Exactly.
got their
Fair
own governments and deliberations.
And some of them were pressured by other city states. Kind of like how, American drug policy sort of projects itself out across the world, even though there's no particular reason for that to be true.
Right.
You know, I think it's that sort of
Yeah.
thing. Thebes is exerting a lot of influence right now, and they're pretty staunchly anti-Dionysian. But I don't think they started it. It's just
I also am
in
trying
the
to get
recent-
there, doing a temperature check myself. It's like, and how do you guys feel about this law?
Okay, so if you want to like bring it up subtly in conversation without them like catching on to what you're doing, I think that's a deception check, right?
Another one.
You're doing a skill challenge right now.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, one more deception check here.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
Are you lucky or whatever?
15.
15. Okay, I'm gonna have them roll insight now.
Yeah.
They have a +3, so you want to hope for an 11 or lower on this die. Ready? It's just gonna be 1 for all 4 of them.
Okay. Ho! You said +3?
I did.
Oh,
And
man.
I said what you needed for them to not catch your lie was an 11 or lower. They rolled an 11, right on the line, but you
Right
sneak
on
it
the
past
line.
them. All right. Well, what? Yeah. So you are able to successfully sneak in. I think they are. You're able to sort of gently guide the conversation to like, well, why did this ban come about? They tell you that the followers of the followers of Dionysus' cult were frequently rabble rousers and anti-authoritarians and rebels, and they would use the fact that it was a mystery cult whose rites and meetings were not open to outsiders to plan rebellion and
Sounds about right.
overthrow kings, and they didn't want that happening, so they banned them from their city and made practicing the Dionysian rites punishable by exile and then repeated offenses by death.
Interesting. And it's like, and I guess like the temperature check question would be like, all right, and you believe that's what they were actually doing, or do you think maybe they were set up?
They say that they, each of them has like a story of like a parent or a grandparent who like, had to deal with some sort of Dionysian uprising, because these are like all old
Yeah.
aristocratic families. So they would have been on the other side of this. Yeah. So they all seem to think it's a good law that they like. And they don't really like the fact that it's even being brought up for vote. All 4 of them are pretty much set on voting no. No Dionysus in this city. No, thank you. We don't want any. We've got enough. Got plenty of gods here. Don't need a wine god. No, thank you.
But having a wine god could create a lot of boons for this city. Dionysus has changed a lot. It's been quite a while. And then I start bringing up some stories of all the goodwill that has already been done. And then
I want to know what Actus is doing to help you out here as well during this, because he's presumably also in the bath.
Yeah.
And you can also remember you have I think you have different bardic inspiration abilities and stuff too. Peter can also talk to people with his mind.
I can do that, yeah. I can have a conversation with you privately in our minds.
Yeah.
If we need to speak, to each other.
You have to use an action in order to let them respond to you. Oh, but it lasts for an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was each time they wanted to respond, you had to use your action. That would be terrible.
That would be terrible.
I'm glad you don't have to do that. Anyway, so you're asking them if they think Dionysus has changed or whatever.
No,
Are
no,
you are you
I'm
gonna are
not.
you
I'm not asking them. I
you're
am
telling them?
telling them.
Are you? It sounds like so you're trying to persuade them. And again, I guess I want to know: is Actus jumping in here in any way to
Yeah.
boost this?
Yeah, you are the better persuader, technically.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I kind of caught myself cutting you off a minute ago, and then I sort of shut the hell up.
Oh
So that
no,
I
it's
wasn't
okay.
doing that.
Please jump in. It's
Yeah.
role play heavy game so far.
No, it's
you guys
fine.
you guys don't want to bring the violence. It sounds, which is
I'm
fine.
making out with them.
Not with this group. Yeah.
My goal was to fight with words first. Yeah.
Sure.
But then we've got all the other, hammers and big women and whatnot.
Sure.
Um,
Who doesn't
so-
love hammers and big women?
I am not big.
Yeah, as soon as Acertico says that, I'll be like, yes, it's been hundreds of years. There have been so many developments, so many cultural changes over the years, and it's everywhere. It's all of us. And I want to,
Here.
persuade them.
All right, let's get that persuasion roll with advantage on
Yeah.
these old men.
Who doesn't love a nice wine?
Hey,
Let's
30.
Oh, that's a
And I
30.
mean,
yeah. All right.
a drunken, stated populace is less likely to revolt.
That's very true.
They look like they are thinking about it, for sure. But also, you've sort of blown your cover, and now they don't really want to keep talking to you guys because they figured out that they've put two and two together.
You like
You're-
Dionysus.
Yeah, this
You're
is definitely.
new folks, and that the emissaries of Dionysus have recently arrived in the city. So
They did the math.
Yeah, it's not hard. But man, with a 30?
the 30, you were very persuasive.
My range is 20 to 30, so it's a little narrower than it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But man, if we could get 30,
you rolled a
that'd be-
natural. You rolled a natural 20.
It's true.
That matters a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
So at that point, let's just head out then.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
On our way out, I'll say, "May the gods be kind, gentlemen."
I'm gonna grab a snack real quick.
I will roll to take Andrew's snack from him.
Okay.
All right, so you make a good impression on the four elders. Wow, you guys are really killing it.
Now
That's-
kill them.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
All
right. So
Kind of a shame, really.
the next day, the vote is held. And after it is held, the king summons the two of you back before him.
Oh, we don't get to be present during the vote.
No, it's not open to the public.
Okay.
The elders vote and the king is there. And those are pretty much the only people. There's some scribes that witness it and stuff, but no, you can't. You come back and the king says they would love to lift this. They would love to dissolve this law entirely.
Fuck yeah.
But
But
they've looked through their records, and you, as agents of the god, need to perform a boon for the town, designated by the town council, before they can consider this debt settled and strike down this old law. They have
Boon in mind.
one in mind. They have been
Ooh.
having some trouble lately with a group of. Hang on. There they are. They've been having some trouble upriver. Some of their farms have been attacked by a Hydra,
Ooh,
and they would like for you to get rid of it.
take care of it. Yeah, I say consider it done.
If you can
Hydra.
kill the Hydra, they'll consider, um, they'll just immediately lift the ban on Dionysian worship. Oh. And so you just immediately are like, oh yeah,
I get
we
to
accept.
hit things. I get to hit
Yeah,
things.
I say accept.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Um, if we do kill the Hydra, we should bring it back in a parade with the musicians playing horns and like dragging it.
That's all up to you guys. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Quest.
Quest for the Hydra. I assume you gather back up your main party.
Yeah. I mean, presumably. Why not
We
bring
would
everybody?
appreciate it.
And then we are gonna leave your NPCs out of combat for the sake of
You're gonna roll for every one of them.
I am not.
I'm not.
Giorgio will roll to observe.
They can keep your stuff safe or something. We all know what a Hydra is, right?
Yes.
Is the thing you put the hose up to, and the firemen put out the building.
Chris.
Yes.
Hydra. Okay.
Yeah, the multi-headed. Right.
Whoa!
This guy.
That scares me. Are we sure we should be
Yeah.
doing this, guys?
Absolutely. And it's is it you cut one head off, two grow back rules?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Sorry.
That's the myth.
Yep.
That's some versions of the myth.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Does this Hydra have a name?
This Hydra does not have a name.
Okay.
We could
It
give
is
it
a
name.
wild Hydra.
It would make a
I
better
guess
story
it's-
without a name.
Well, the other Hydra is just called the Linarian Hydra because it's like near Linaria. I guess this is the Tegian Hydra.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, my phone is ringing constantly. I need to. Hold
Okay.
on.
Constantly,
It's me,
you say.
Jeff from the stock market. Stocks
It's
are
probably
going
his mom.
crazy.
Hopefully everything's okay.
Hello, Jeff from the stock market.
You hear what I said about the stocks?
I heard Jeff.
Ah!
Okay.
Jeff rolls to keep it together. Nat 1.
Mhm.
You can hear Jeff wetting himself on the phone.
I actually did have to roll to keep my shit together in an online game recently, and I did not, in fact, keep my shit together.
What?
It was a bad time.
Nice.
I shot at an alien because it startled me and had the wrong number of limbs, and it almost killed us. We managed, though. It's
Here,
alright.
this can be
Yeah.
you, Wit.
What I do?
On roll 20.
Oh, on roll. I have to get up for that. Oh God! I guess
I'm
we are doing a fight. I should probably go back over to the computer.
sorry, not sorry that you have to fight a Hydra.
No, not sorry. I just have to get back over here and pull things up. This is a good break to do that.
I'm sorry.
All right, hang on. Where is? Do I have any like Any scenery?
Seen it.
Okay. Well, because I was looking for just like a statue to be you, Greg.
I'm a statue.
Yeah. All right.
It's a me.
Here, this can be
It's
Peter.
me, the guy with the axe.
Wonskly.
I need a bard.
Got my sweet stave.
Hey, what is that different than a staff?
If I hold it like this, is it a stave now?
Fuck yeah, that's totally a stave.
Staves with an S is a plural of staff.
Yeah, we're quoting a specific Penny Arcade comic.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
Okay.
referencing Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced.
Oh, sure.
What even is a stave? Is it a staff? If I hold it like this, oh fuck yeah, that's totally a stave.
Oh, that's definitely a stave. Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, did a claw shrimp get loose in here?
What does that mean?
It's as big as a man, a claw shrimp.
Big as a man, class shrimp.
But it is another Penny Arcade reference. Sorry, the bottle's been uncorked.
I'm gonna make this, Chris. You're gonna be a goblin mage. And
Big as a man. Big as a man.
and Greg, you're gonna be represented by this doily.
Forklift? Oh, doily.
Wait, no. A full cup of beer
Full cup of beer.
as
That
an homage
looks
to
like
your
a cup of
original.
mashed potatoes and gravy.
I'm sorry, that's what I've got to work with.
I like mashed potatoes and gravy.
I will give
That
each of you
looks like
control of your
potatoes.
guy.
Hot potatoes. Allergic to them, but they're delicious. I'll eat them.
All right. You should all have control of your guys now.
I moved my guy, so I have.
Owl would kill.
All right. So this Hydra layers.
Chris is still not back yet.
Oh, that's fine. He can take his time.
I just wanted to let you know so we didn't like go on without him.
Yeah. No, I got that.
Oh, sorry.
That's what it seemed like you were doing, was making sure we didn't go on without him.
Look, I am stoned. Be nice to me.
Me, on the other hand, tell us about this Hydras cave. What's the vibe? Can I wear my Heelys in here?
Absolutely not.
Are you doing your Harley Quinn impression now?
The dragon has an extremely strict
The dragon.
or the Hydra, sorry. Has an extremely strict no Heelys. Like he has like a sign and everything.
No
I knew he
Heelys.
was evil from the beginning.
Yeah.
This just proves it.
This is the true face of evil.
No Heelys.
Who's making shapes? Is that you,
That's
Drew?
me, yeah. I'm the
Okay.
dungeon master
Heelys.
and I make shapes.
I make shapes with my words. I make shapes with my tools.
Brett gets it.
You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
Is that first word said was that only one day could be used on Earth to not change the one day Bible. So they applied the one day and ignored the other 3 days. The Bible time was wrong then, and it proved wrong today. So,
Wise words.
yeah, this is a major
The
lie.
website, Greg.
There's
How's
so
the
much
website? Before it's
evil
too
feed
late.
from its wrong. No
No,
man
dude,
on earth has
Greg
No
is going
man-
to read all of Hyperspace Time Cube.
no man on earth has no belly button. It proves every believer on earth a liar. So, facts don't care about your feelings.
Ah.
Okay.
Does anyone want to help me draw waves?
Oh, it's like, who's drawing the waves?
I'm just
The
getting
dungeon
worse at
master,
it.
he draws things.
As I go, I'm getting worse. So if anyone else wants to help,
Is it supposed to be this color?
yeah, whatever. You know, just whatever your heart is. Cool. Beautiful.
Hey,
Well,
Look
is this
at this.
animated?
Look how immersive this is now.
so the Hydra's just standing in some water. Are you back, babe?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh,
Nice.
well, we were all waiting on you, so that would have
Yeah.
been nice to know. Anyway, set up your marching order. You find the Hydra, roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
Initiative.
12.
12. That's bonkers.
Hmm.
18.
$17.
Hang on. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna ask you all for these again, so just hang on.
Sure.
Somebody else roll a d20 for the Hydra.
I got you.
Alright, cool.
I will tell you its bonus. It's +1.
Yeah, it's got a 12. I rolled it on D20.
12 for the Hydra. That's with the +1.
Correct.
Okay, cool. All right. Who had the highest of the four of you?
I had a 16.
Looks like Actus was 17.
Actus had 17.
So it's Actus, Acedia, Flaskly, Acertico.
Yep. That's the
Okay.
order.
What did? Okay, so I got 17 for Actus, 16 for Acadia. Who's next?
14 for Flaskly.
14 for Flaskly. Okay,
And
and then
Acertico got 12.
12. So you're tied with the Hydra.
You guys
so-
are Tydra.
Okay. Perfect.
You're goofy for that.
My
All right.
my dex is
For that?
18.
Your dex is 18. You will go before the Hydra. Okay. So, Chris, you're. Is this how you guys want to start? I think I'm gonna have to start with. Yeah, this is as far forward as anybody can be. The Hydra is on the banks, looking out. It has crawled out from its underwater cave
Mhm.
to meet the challenge of you, brave heroes. What do you do? Look at our beautiful little thing that we've done here. Would you like to attack the Hydra, move towards it, do something else?
I am looking. Sorry.
I asked Actus
Not
what he
used
knows
to
about
bard.
Hydras. Any weaknesses?
I mean, you're supposed to theoretically burn
Punched in
them,
the
right?
butt.
Yeah. It's like, I know that's like, fire is usually how you take
Theoretically.
care of them.
Who's Theo?
Who could say?
Yeah, I got nothing for that.
Are these heads individual targets, or it's all just one entity?
I have numbers for all of this.
Okay.
I am in control.
How deep is that water?
Sounds like an
How
island
deep is
song.
your love?
Okay.
It's about hip deep. If you were walking.
This is 30-foot deep water.
Oh,
It's 40 feet deep. It's 40 feet deep.
those just coming up out of a swimming pool.
It's coming up
It's
out
40
of a
feet deep?
40
This is the
foot
wave
deep
pool.
river. Here at the, I mean, it's at the shore, so it's like, yeah, it's like foot deep here, but it like goes deep in the middle.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is emerging from the water.
Yeah, I just meant right where it's at.
Yeah, right where it's at, it's like, it's a beach coming
Cool.
onto.
So, I
river.
think
Life's a beach.
I wanted to make sure this made sense. I want to cast Wall of Thorns.
Sure, that makes sense. What does that do?
Okay, you create a wall of tough, pliable, tangled brush bristling with needle-sharp thorns. The wall appears within range on a solid surface and lasts for the duration. You can choose to make the wall up to 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick, or a circle that has a 20-foot diameter and is up to 20
Well,
feet high and 5 feet thick.
Which of those are you doing?
Well, I was thinking I need to look at this map again. Do you think that a wall that is 60 feet, sorry, a circle with a 20-foot diameter, so 40 feet, no, sorry, 20 feet wide, would that wrap around this thing on all sides? Or
Well,
would that be too big?
How many squares is
Up to it to hit it.
Why don't you draw? You should draw the circles.
Okay, sorry, I'm not used to doing this.
Oh,
Small circle? What? Okay, sure. So from right here, this is 5, 10, 15, 20, and 20.
I think if you hold down Shift, it should make it equal directions.
Okay, we'll try this again.
What's the diameter?
20.
It's 20 foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
5.
There you go. You did it. That's a 20-foot
Yeah.
circle right there. All right, so let's drag this. I'm pretty sure that this will fit on this little beastie. Boop. Yep. There you go. Look at him. You could put that over him if you wanted to. I do kind of agree with Acadia's follow-up of what's the plan after that.
It's mad and attacks us. It has to fight through the bushes
Oh,
of
is it
nasty
like,
thorns.
I thought it would be trapped. What here? I'm
No,
gonna read.
you can move through it. So
Let me
you
read
Right, but
this
I don't
spell.
want to have to.
you let it come to you, and it's bloodied when it gets there.
I'll
Then
just stand here then.
Everyone just hold their action until after the Hydra goes. That can work.
Was a
All right.
thought. Sorry.
Wall of Thorns. It costs you 7 charges of your harp. All right. It's block sign of sight. When it appears, each creature within its area
Hang on.
must make a dexterity saving throw. It can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot it moves through the wall, must spend 4 feet of movement. 5 feet thick. Okay, so it only has to move through 1 space. All right. For every 1 foot, it has to spend 4 feet of movement. Damn. Okay. Furthermore, first time it enters or end of the turn, let's make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 7d8 on a failed save. Okay, I mean, this is a pretty gnarly spell. If you want to cast it, you absolutely can do that.
Fuck
And
him up.
Nothing and no one can stop you. I don't think he will take the damage until he moves through it. It's also 5 feet thick. Like, that should be counted into this circle somehow.
So we need a 30-foot to go around it. Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll see what we can do.
Well, I think if it's 20 feet wide and 5 feet thick, I think that the 5 feet goes inside, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking, because
So
then it'll hurt
15.
when it lands.
Yeah.
Well, then it hurts. Yeah, it's gonna hurt it automatically.
So you don't
Right, so
think
go to
it's
the-
like this?
No, I
No,
think
it's
it's
the
the
other
other
way.
way,
Okay.
which is better for you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that way it hits him as soon as it lands, instead
Yeah.
of having to wait.
So
See what
now
I mean?
it takes damage immediately.
Saying go 5 feet inward. Got that bad boy. Same general vicinity. General vicinity.
I'm not
Yeah.
convinced I sized that perfectly, but
I think it's close enough.
It's good enough, yeah.
Here, I'm
It
gonna
works.
It's
move
getting
it
the point across.
here, like that.
I mean, if you guys have I don't have to do that. Like,
no, I think this is fine.
It's
Um,
fine.
You guys have stuff you could do also to prep. It's gonna so it's landing on it, which means it has to make the save. So what's your save on this thing? DC 15 Dex. It's gonna take half damage. So go ahead and roll your 78 slashing. Did you roll it? Perfect. And then I'm gonna. It has a +1 to this deck save. Let's see what you get.
so that's one
That's
charge.
that's a 13. It was yeah. Wow.
So when I cast this, it only ticks off one charge.
Right, because that's how your harp works. Is you can cast each of these spells once.
Right. Okay.
Right. It's like you can't cast this one again until tomorrow,
Yeah.
I believe. But yeah. Okay, so how much damage was it? Only 26 on 78. That's. Am I wrong or is that low?
That seems low.
8 times 8 is 64. So yeah, it's low.
All right. Well, sucks. Anyway, 26 damage. So you do actually manage
Brutal.
to cut one of the Hydra's heads off with this attack. So like I'm gonna say this one, which is like in the thorn bush, gets like completely rent off. Did you have any bonus actions or movement you wanted to do there?
Yeah.
Okay. What were they?
I am sorry. I'm bad at bards. I'm trying to
That's
look
fine.
at the thing.
Bards are tough, as we used to say in Bardic College.
Until you hit them.
Yeah, I'm gonna play on my lute, which I was holding, and do the bardic inspiration. Yeah,
Whom would you like to inspire?
I will inspire Acadia.
Yeah.
Noise.
Acadia, you are inspired, and it's your turn.
What does inspired do?
So for 10 minutes, the creature can add it. You get an inspiration die 1d8. For 10 minutes, the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Once
this
you
can be
use it,
after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
yes. But also, you can use this. You can only use it once. It does get used up, unlike
Yeah,
that thing.
it's a charge. You get one.
Or unlike your thing, rather.
I believe I have a thing that lets you keep it if you fail your action, though. That might be higher level. I'm looking, but
Yeah, but I was talking about Acadia has a bolstering thing, where they can add a D3 whenever making an attack roll or ability check for 10 minutes. This is kind of like that, except that once you use it once, it is gone, but you do have it for 10 minutes. So there you go. You got a free. Did you say it's a D8 right at this level
yes.
for your Bardic Inspiration die? So there you go,
Yes.
Wit. You've got a D8 on any one thing you choose to do for the next 10 minutes.
Does anybody besides me actually hit things?
The thorns do specifically block line of sight. So for a lot of spells, yes.
What?
I don't think anyone else actually hits things.
Physically, I can and I might, but not right now.
Yeah, I'd wait for
Okay,
it to show
well-
up before I do anything.
When my thing says, with the bolstering magic, it says an attack roll or an ability check. Are there spells attacks?
If it says that it is a, if it says make a
But they
spell
have to
attack
roll to hit.
if it says make a spell attack roll as like part of the spell's description, then yes, that is an attack.
Does anybody have spells that do that?
Yeah,
Does everybody have spells that do that?
Maybe. I'm double checking.
I do.
I know for sure that both Peter and Greg do.
Okay. There's not much I can do, so I might as well use the bowstring until the
Yeah.
thing gets out of the thorns.
Hell yeah! I mean, you got an action to burn. Why not do it? And this way, you don't have to give up an attack to do it. This is actually a pretty good idea. So you have
Even?
to touch them,
Odd. Well, we're all right here.
right?
4.
Congratulations, Astertico. You now have a +3 to all your attack rolls and ability checks for the next 10 minutes.
No, you have a D3,
Sorry. Yes, a D3.
not a flat +3. It's between 1 and 3. It's random.
said.
That's what makes it wild magic.
A D3.
Right.
Yep.
A D3 to all of your
For
attack
basically
rolls.
for the rest of this combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any bonus actions there? Did you want to rage? You might
I
want to
need
hold
to-
off actually on.
That's
on
what I was
raging,
thinking,
right?
is because I think it's like it doesn't just last forever, right?
If you don't if you don't make an attack roll or take damage, you lose the rage.
Then, yeah, I'm going to at least wait till it's out of the thorns, and I'm sure I can do some shit. It's a bonus action. I can do it later. It's not a big deal.
You
It
go into a
earns-
rage and
yeah,
sprint into the
you're-
thorns.
Your rage ends early if you are knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since.
Okay.
You can also
we
end
shall-
your rage as a bonus action.
Wait.
But no other bonus actions to do. Sounds like.
Correct.
And no movement that you want. Did you want to get a little closer to it?
Let me hang on.
So it doesn't have to.
I do kind of want to make sure I'm in front of the guy.
Oh, I guess
don't
you
want to
are-
get hit by them thorns.
Yeah, I think you were honestly in a better position there because you wanted to pass through the thorns to like get to
Yeah,
you,
that's-
you know.
But yeah, who's in blue here? Is that you, Astertikos?
That's Acerticos,
Yeah.
and this
Just-
is Chris. The cup
Okay.
of coffee is Flaskly.
I was Astertikos is up here even with me, and I was just going to tell him if he wanted to maybe scooch back a little or over behind me.
Yeah.
When it's my turn, sure.
It is Flaskly's turn.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
when it's your turn.
Yeah. Flaskly's turn.
So just want to reiterate, within the dome of thorns, anything that's going to require line of sight on this Hydra, you don't have, but anything that doesn't require it, you don't have to worry about.
Go to town.
line of sight meaning
It should say in this. It should say in the spell's description. Yeah, if it says like target creature you can see or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like some things are specific about them being creatures you can see, some things are just a creature within range. You know.
Yeah.
Spells are funny that way.
You-
And you have like a moon sickle, right?
Yeah.
God, that's cool. That actually probably would have been persuasive to these moon worshipping cultists.
Too
But-
bad he was outside.
Yep, too bad you were outside.
I was keeping Giorgio out of Becca. It's fine.
Yeah, what you guys don't know is that while you guys are defending while you guys are defeating the Hydra, Giorgio and Becca are like deep inside of one another.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not again.
Not again,
God.
Giorgio.
We can't afford to have
Giorgio.
Becca get knocked up a third time. Anyway,
Oh,
We're in the wrong neighborhood for the herbs.
so what?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
It's
reading
fine. Take your
descriptions
time, buddy.
here.
Yeah, I know it's a lot. Going from a monk to a spellcaster is a pretty steep learning curve.
Oh man, yeah,
So-
it's overwhelming.
So yeah, please take a few moments. I'm gonna drop video for a second here to shove more things in my mouth. Um,
Ew,
oh,
what is
everyone
this?
watches.
Wish I had things.
I know. We all wish we had things.
So, yeah, because like almost everything requires.
Yeah, if there's any like support stuff that you can like set yourself up with. I don't know, with like wild shaping or anything like that. Does your symbiotic entity require line of sight? Says it gives you temp HP, roll double damage for your Halo spores, and all this stuff. That's a thing that you can do for one.
Yeah, I could beef myself up. And then Halo
How?
Spores is the ranged
Oh, it's a
attack you
reaction.
can make with it, but oh yeah, it's a reaction. That's right.
Yeah,
Thorn Whip just says in range.
does it? That's
Yeah.
Towards a
possible.
creature in range.
Yeah, it does not say that you have to be able to see Thorn Whip for Thorn Whip. Technically, I think Thorn Whip would work, but I would say, like, symbiotic entity takes up your whole action anyway. Again, this might be a good time, like with Wit using their buff power. Like
Yeah, it might
last
be
turn.
a good.
This might just be a good free turn to turn that on. Let the mushrooms out. Who let the shrooms out?
Get
Oof,
24
oof,
temp
oof,
HP.
oof. Yeah, and start rolling double damage for your Halo of Spores. And anytime you deal a melee weapon attack, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage.
I think that's a great idea because
That's
Thorn
all.
would count, right?
Thorn Whip is
Or
not a melee weapon
melee
attack,
weapon attack. That's
sadly.
right.
But you could attack with your sickle, which you're fucking sick with. I'm not saying you
Yeah.
have to do that. I'm just, but also your Halo of Spores is really the thing you're looking for here. Double damage on that is
You've
sick, nasty garbage.
got Moonbeam too.
And you have Moonbeam.
That's true.
Moonbeam, you can just sort of move around.
Yeah, it's the concentration. Yeah, so I think I'll do that. The symbiotic entity this turn and crank up 24 temp HP.
Hell yeah, crank it
Just
up,
to have
baby.
in case he comes out super hard with like a fucking breath attack or something.
These
And with that being the thought, I am probably gonna just make a little distance.
You can use your reaction to deal 1d6 necrotic damage to a creature you can see when it moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there. If it fails to. So you'd be doing 2d6. Wow. Okay. Nice. Cool. All right. That's you, Flaskly. You've moved where you want to move. I'm going to move it on
Yeah.
over to Pete now. Astertico, what do we got?
I got a few options, and I guess it's Do the heads actually count as a separate creature?
Nope.
Okay.
But they do die one by one.
Okay. Because then I kind of wanted to just like wait
Okay.
for the Hydra to get out, and then to cast a hold monster on it once it's out.
You want to cast hold. You want to prepare an action to cast hold monster once it crosses out.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You do that.
Okay.
It is now its turn. So, because it started its turn inside the thorn wall, I'm gonna make it roll again. Somebody roll me a d20.
Yeah, I got it.
So I don't think it has to roll for damage unless it's ending its turn there.
Unless it ends its turn.
Oh, does it say end its turn?
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 17.
Okay, well, yeah, never mind then. But I just want to double check. Is it end its turn? Okay. Sorry, I thought you were. Never mind. I thought we were gonna get a freebie there.
I think it's moves through or ends.
No, it's not
looking at
moves
it.
through. It's fine. It does have 30 feet, but it costs quadruple movement to get through this. So in order to go It really wants to just go like 10 feet, but
5.
that's all it wants to do. It just wants to move through this. Oh, geez, I see now the problem, right? Yeah, because it can. Wait, hold on. What's 30 divided by 4? It's not divisible
7.
by 4, right?
7-ish.
Yeah, so
7.5.
it's gonna go 5 feet. So, fuck. All right. It goes like this. But does this happen at the beginning of its turn? No, at the end of its turn. All right. So it's gonna have to do. So you rolled a 17, so it did pass the save. Roll the 7d8. Roll the thorn whip or the thorn wall damage. But we're gonna cut it in half.
28.
28. Okay.
It's a 14.
So only 14.
You did more with the one that was cut in half than the one that was full damage.
All right, hang on just a second. In a single turn. Okay. In a single turn. Okay. 14 damage to it. Okay. It's going to lose 14. That does not cut off another head. At the end of its turn, does it have it? Wait, hold on. Does it have anything that has like reach or something? Reach 10 feet with its. Okay, yeah. It does have big old spaghetti noodle heads. So it is going to do a bite attack on. So wait, Peter, does your thing trigger? Is it far enough or?
Yeah, it's like 150 feet.
Did you move?
No,
Peter?
I'm
You
saying
didn't move.
did it
I
move?
never-
After it.
Did it move
You
far
didn't
enough
move.
to meet the
Yeah, I wanted
Your
it
held
so that
action
we
criteria.
didn't have to get into the thorns to hit it physically.
Yeah,
that was the goal.
I think right now it is still. You would still have to get in the thorns to hit it. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. I think like this head here doesn't really.
That head got cut
That
off.
head's gone.
Yeah, I don't think that this. I don't think. Well. Stay tuned on that for a second. I think you could. All right, go ahead and cast Hold Monster because I think that this part of it is out of the thorn wall, and you could attack. You would that would trigger your held action. So
Okay.
what does it roll a saving throw?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Another d20. Okay.
It's +0, and the number to beat is what?
16, and it got a 9.
Okay, that's a failure. So is it now paralyzed?
It is now paralyzed.
And it can't do any actions or anything, right?
Yeah, it can't. Let's just read it. It can't move or speak. Automatically fails strength and dex saving throws.
Yay.
Attack rolls against the creature has advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Okay, all of that is absolutely bonkers. At the end of its
But
turn,
it doesn't sound like it can't attack.
it can't do anything.
Yeah,
At the end of its turn, it. Oh wait, hold on. Is this a? This isn't blind, charmed, deafened, frightened, stunned, or knocked unconscious, right?
I
No.
don't hear paralysis.
Paralyzed.
Because it says
no.
it's paralyzed.
Yep. No. I know. I gotcha. I'm
Alright,
just
yeah.
double checking. All right.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, it can't attack. It can't attack using its 10-foot reach, sadly, but it does grow 2 heads where the one got cut off. It now has 6 heads,
Gross.
and it gains some hit points back for regrowing heads.
Oh, they're all wet. Gross.
And then at the end of its turn, it can make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, it is going to do that. Go ahead and roll.
Roll another one. Because it essentially just lost.
Yeah, but it also has to make a dex save.
But it automatically
It
fails that, right?
automatically fails that, so just roll the damage for that.
Yeah.
Well, no, we already did that because it already ended this turn. We already that was the 14 damage. It already took that.
Yeah.
But I guess it automatically failed that save, so it takes the full amount, which is the 28. So, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to subtract 14 more damage from it because it failed that save. However, that cuts off a head, which means it grows back 2 more. So actually, it's now at 7 heads.
2 more heads.
It's now at 7 heads, bringing it actually up to more health than it started at.
That's
Ooh.
interesting.
Well,
Okay.
not than it
How
started
is it-
at, but like, it
Started the turn at.
it got a net, not than it started the turn at even. You guys are making progress against it. It's just it for basically every time you cut off a head, for every 25 points of damage you've dealt, 20 of it comes back. So you
Yeah.
make like 5 points at a time.
What kind of thorn bush be ripping heads off?
A magic one?
Yeah,
I
a magic,
guess
yeah.
that's wild.
Okay, well, it rolled a 13, so it failed again.
Okay, it's still stuck here. And yes, we've now taken we've already taken the thorn wall damage, so that puts us at Chris's turn. Is this a concentration spell?
Yeah,
It is,
Okay.
yes.
Cool.
I think it lasts 10 minutes. I can double check.
Yeah, no, that's bonkers, and I love it. What are you gonna do now? It doesn't get to save again, like when you hit it or anything like that. It's not like hypnotized. It's like
No,
hell.
it saves when it's at the end of its turn. At the
No,
end of
I
each
got-
of its turns.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that's yikes.
Remember, if you're within 5 feet,
Yeah, you
Crit.
automatically crit. Go kill it.
auto crit.
You got a sword or something, don't you?
Yeah, I'll use my crossbow.
Well, you won't get an automatic hit on that. Only on attacks within 5 feet of it.
We'd have to be in
Okay.
in the
I'll use
bramble.
my rapier.
No, you just have to be right next
Okay,
to
well,
it.
move your
Okay.
guy
So
up.
1, 2, I'll attack, and then I'm gonna move again
Perfect.
because it's paralyzed. So
Correct. It cannot make attacks of opportunity on you, even though normally it would get 6 attacks of opportunity.
Oh my
don't
It would
god.
have
get
a
it would
rapier.
get 6 reactions because it has 6 heads.
But since it's
but right now
paralyzed.
or because it has 7 heads, it gets an
Yeah.
additional reaction for each head beyond one. So I guess it would have 7 total. But 6 of them could only be for attacks of opportunity,
Oh, okay.
and then 1 other reaction.
okay,
So a Hydra spellcaster would be very very frightening.
Huh.
I think.
so I roll with advantage, right? I don't actually. I have a quarterstaff.
You roll with advantage,
Yep.
and you can have a rapier. Just drop a rapier in your inventory. I don't give a shit.
Okay. Well, I was gonna smack him with my caduceus.
Okay, you can smack him with your quarterstaff. I don't care. Whichever.
It's fine.
Do whatever you want, man.
No, I don't care. Yeah, if you would rather be using your caduceus, that's more flavorful. I like it. Roll
Cool.
with your staff.
20.
Smash
23.
him with the loot.
I mean, it's an automatic critical, so just roll critical damage.
Oh, damn it! I didn't.
It's
Should I
fine.
re-roll critical damage?
What do you mean?
No, just roll it again.
Did you roll? You rolled to attack.
Yeah, and then he rolled it once. But yeah.
Okay.
He
So
didn't-
with
he
this,
didn't
the
do
second
crit
time,
damage.
we just don't take the +1. So you dealt 12 damage to it.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
And
12
then
damage is cool.
2, 3, 4. There. It's my 30 feet of movement. And as a
Okay.
bonus action, I'm going to where is it?
You
I'm
wanna
going to use
give-
my unsettling words feature.
Oh, what does that do?
As a bonus action, you can expend one of your bardic inspirations. One creature you can see within 60 feet. Roll the die, 1d8. The creature must subtract the number rolled from its next saving throw if it saves before the start of my next.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
giving it anti-inspiration.
Yeah.
Hurt
So
its
I guess I roll
feelings.
now.
He's giving it
Degradation.
depression.
Yeah.
And it's got a -3 to its next saving throw.
Hope you
Lord.
feel as worthless as me, you stupid Hydra fuck.
Okay, sick. That's rad as hell. Next up is Acadia. Your foe is
Okay.
contained, but it does have a lot of heads.
Yeah, well. It'll be fine.
Punch it in the butt.
I'm gonna.
But you see that like Chris did damage to the body, which seems to be also like a viable way.
Option.
On a metagame
No, I
level
think-
here, it's if you guys do too much damage in one turn, you cut a head off. But if you stay under that threshold, you're just doing damage to the body, and you'll eventually kill it that way. You can also kill it by cutting off all of its heads, and you could potentially do it faster. You know what I mean?
Right,
All
yeah.
Now go. I just wanted you to know like what the game is.
What's
What-
going on?
Mechanic is.
What if I just crush the heads?
They will still grow. But I'm just saying,
Okay.
as long as you're doing less than a certain number of damage per turn, you'll be fine, and you'll just kill it like a normal monster.
That's not exactly my strong suit.
I think you'll be okay. It's a large number, but go ahead and all right. I assume you're going to start by going into a rage, right?
I was gonna, but you're saying like we have to do under a certain amount of damage, and that adds to my damage.
It's 25. It's hard to
Okay.
do 25 points of damage in one turn,
Okay.
unless you're a spellcaster. But
Yeah.
go for it.
But also, you're doing crit damage, assuming you get within range.
So when
I used one of those.
When you go into a rage, something weird happens. Right?
I get a wild surge. That is correct. So give me just a sec. I'm trying to find all the spots. There's my rage.
When I go into a rage, I
And then
cry a
there's
little.
my wild surge.
Big emotions.
You roll what, a d6?
A D8.
A D8.
Whenever a creature hits me with an attack roll before my rage ends, that creature will take 1d6 force damage.
Okay.
What?
Well, I ain't doing shit right now.
I mean,
What?
yeah. What?
That's
In the butt.
wild. Okay, wait. That's a 5.
Magic.
Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage hit,
Yeah.
they take
Every
1d6 every time.
Magic lashing out.
They don't
every time.
roll a save. They just take the damage.
It
Yeah.
just hurts. Don't hit me.
Yeah.
Hornmail.
Fuck me, I guess. Okay. I mean, it's not like this thing can attack anyway. Cool. So that happens.
The plan.
And now you have your action and movement left.
Yes. Plus 2
This is-
melee damage
are you using-
and resistance.
You're using what, Hephaestus's hammer here?
Sunforger? Yeah, I sure am.
Nice.
More like Fun Forger. Am I right, guys?
Yeah,
Don't know
it really
what
is.
that means.
Very fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just check real quick. See, it's a +2 to hit and to damage,
It just
and I can throw it to explode things, which is another thing I guess I could have done last turn. Oh, I guess I didn't need to roll it to auto
no, it
crit.
has to
isn't
be
it?
that you. It can be that you
You-
see.
Yeah.
You still roll just to make sure you don't miss. But as long as you
Well, I
don't
did.
miss, you
I think.
you did miss.
No, I think I
Oh.
hit it.
Yeah,
you
I
hit
rolled
it.
a
20.
Now
28
roll-
to hit.
Yeah.
Roll it two-handed with critical damage.
You can right click on it and say do critical instead.
Critical damage.
Nice. It was close though.
I assume you don't want to trigger its explosion point blank where you are.
Correct. Right,
Okay.
we
Rocket
throw
jump.
it for
I
exploding
will-
unless
Rocket
the
jump.
range
I
is
know
really
that it
intense.
says you have to throw it. I'll let you blow it up in your hand. Like,
That's good, because in a nice dramatic moment, that might be cool.
yeah.
You
but I
smash
won't,
it and then you just let go of the handle for a second.
What I won't let you do, Wit, is make the dexterity save to avoid full damage from that.
No, that would be like a rage moment. Like,
Yeah.
that's a choice you make.
Also, like, you would take 1d6 force damage as your magic lashed out against. No, I'm kidding. You wouldn't be
Wait.
making an attack. You wouldn't be making an attack against
Yeah.
yourself there. Anyway,
I want to point out, though, that I did almost do 25 damage.
Yeah.
almost. How
Almost.
much? How much damage?
22.
Well, okay, 22 plus. You did 5 damage from your.
Oh,
No, that wasn't actually damage. All right. There's no extra damage that you get though, right?
Oh, wait, no, I think I do. Hang on, I was sorry, I haven't done a barbarian at all in 5e yet.
It's all good. I just want to double check.
Plus
Yeah.
2 melee damage with strength weapons, so 24.
Is that not already counted in your +6 here?
It is not. No, the +6 is my.
Is your strength plus the +2 from Sunforger? Okay.
Yeah.
And then wait, where do you get a +2 to?
From my rage.
From your rage while you're raging.
Plus 2 melee damage with strength weapons.
I never noticed that. That's absolutely bonkers. Okay.
420 bonk it.
24.
Oh,
So we
okay,
were
and
real close
and
there.
the bonus increases as you go up in barbarian level.
Correct.
I think I had missed this when I was playing as a barbarian before, but
That's
that's fine.
unfortunate.
All right, so you actually did 24 points of damage then?
Yeah.
I did.
So perfect. You were just under the line. You just barely didn't cut its head off, which is what you wanted.
I crushed its head instead of cutting it off.
Well, no, again, you want the head to be intact because you don't want it to regrow. All right.
It's just a little like shifty.
And then, did you want to use any more of your movement? Because being paralyzed, this thing can't attack.
No, I'm gonna stay right here.
Do anything, yeah.
Okay,
It can.
cool.
I'm chill. I want to make sure if it hits anybody, it hits me. Like,
Sure. Flaskly.
So how close would I have to be to hit it? Here?
Yes, you could hit there.
You get hit there, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, assuming
I'm gonna-
that the range of your attack is 5 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yes.
And we're gonna give him the old flame blade.
Okay.
Ooh, flame
I
blade.
think we might
is that a spell
upcast it.
attack?
Let's see exactly what it is. Blade is evoke a fiery blade in your hand. You can use your action to make a melee spell attack with the fiery blade.
This is concentration, right? No, it's not. Yeah, it is
Yes,
concentration.
it is. Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Right. So,
Nice.
and you're not concentrating on anything else right now, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
the only one concentrating at the moment.
And then you're dealing an additional D4 of necrotic damage? Or is it
I
D6?
believe so. 1d6.
No, D6. An additional D6 of necrotic damage every time you hit with this.
From flame blade?
So, from his
From my
symbiotic entity.
spores.
Because-
Oh.
okay, so Flasky, in my mind, and you can correct me if this is wrong, because we've established that you are kind of like your mycelium is your muscle and nervous system that is
Yeah.
sort of moving the marble around it. And I think when symbiotic entity happens, all of your fruiting bodies emerge all over
push through the
the
cracks.
statue,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, they push through the cracks of the statue, and you're like covered in like mushrooms and like shelf fungus and stuff
Lichen
like
veins
that, right?
and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
fucking tight, dude.
That rules. And then you summon a fiery blade in your hand, which is like now releasing like toxic burning spores as you swing it, which gives it the necrotic damage. Roll a melee spell attack. Wait, are you upcasting this? You said.
I am.
Do you have 4th level slots?
Just third.
So it says when you cast a spell using a spell of 4th level or higher,
4th level. Okay,
it's
just
every
use the second
2
level.
levels. Yeah, so you would have to. So it can be cast at 2nd, 4th, 6th, or 8th. Those are the
Okay.
only levels that you can cast it at.
Then I did it at 2nd.
Cool. Which is, I will admit, is unusual. That's not the norm for a spell, right?
Okay.
That is, you found like one of the very few spells that does that. Most of the time, it is like per level you get an extra thing, but this is already very powerful. So 3d6. So I assume you hit, right?
26. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, also, I'm sorry. You would have had the opportunity to do your Halo of Spores as it moved within range of. Oh, but you weren't within.
I
10
wasn't
feet
there.
of it.
Yeah.
No.
That's right. Okay. Sorry. Cool.
No, you're good. I appreciate you looking out. Is it?
So
Does it count as a crit?
Yeah,
it does count as a crit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll. Right click on your flame blade damage and click critical damage. Do you roll as crit
18
damage? Roll?
fire damage. And
Okay,
then,
that's fire damage, right?
correct.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then, will my spores? Would their damage also double?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
2 more D6 of necrotic?
2d6 of necrotic.
Add another 11 on there.
That's and another 11. All right, so that does. So how much was that total?
29.
29.
Okay, yeah. So that cuts off one head, but you see as the flame passes it, it seals the stump. Right.
Hmm.
It
Fire
sears
that
it
way.
Mushroom
shut,
pops out of it.
and a little mushroom pops out of it. and that head ain't growing back, so it's down to 6 heads now.
I like that head. He's a fun guy. And then Giorgio appears in the background 400 feet away with a snare drum and goes, but
is that all the stuff you can do for right now? I mean, you became a terrifying avatar of like rot and fire and death. So like, don't feel like you have to do more. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I think what I might do is just take a step back.
Sure. Yeah, because you used your bonus action to cast. He can't even move
forward anymore.
He can move one.
He can move
forward.
Well, he's paralyzed right now.
I'm just going to use the rest.
Oh yeah, he's paralyzed. He's paralyzed.
Yeah.
He ain't moving. Yeah.
He ain't moving anywhere. You just stay up there, man. It's fine. Fuck.
I just worry if he like breaks out and then just cluster fucks.
Genuinely, I would worry about that.
Very doubt that's gonna happen.
I think if he breaks out, he's probably gonna kill. Well,
I already have some countermeasures to prevent it from.
Anyway, I think it'll be fine. Whatever you want to do, man.
Also, on its
where do you want to end your turn? Is the question. Wait, I do want to point out you used 20 feet to get here, so the most you can do is go back 10.
Yeah, which is I think what I would do.
Right?
Just run the 20 forward, give him the old cutaroo, and then take a couple steps back.
Cool. Yeah, you summon the fiery blade and slash, and you're still holding the flame blade, right?
Yeah.
So,
that looks dope as hell.
It is dope as hell.
Sickle in one hand, blade in the other.
You're batting clean up here.
Okay. I was thinking I would cast. I guess it would be Chaos Bolt at 3rd level.
Nice.
But I'm gonna move up so that it does the crit shenanigans.
Okay. Sure. Chaos Bolt.
Yep.
So roll to hit.
Roll with advantage.
Roll with advantage.
And I
treat any hit as a crit.
Okay, so it's a 17 plus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I got a 2 and a 7.
Well, 17 is good enough.
Okay, I won't even bother with the D3 then. Okay, so now the Chaos Bolt is interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So
wait, that's the 2 hit. So you roll the isn't it from the damage that you determine the type of it?
Yeah, so
I think it is. Yeah.
I rolled 2 d8s, and then I roll plus 3d6, and then choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the.
It says 2d8 and 1d6.
But I'm casting it at 3rd level.
Oh, you're upcasting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes. Go ahead.
So, crit damage.
Choose one of the d8s and choose the damage. So roll 2. Just click the button to roll its damage, and it should give you the 2d8 at least. And we'll see.
Well, I hit roll crit, and it rolled 4d8.
Right. So you're taking the so you just pick one of those 4 to be the damage type.
All right. So 7, 2, 6, 2.
That's how it would work on a crit, right? Yeah.
7, 2, 6. Okay, let's do poison.
Doesn't it do special shit if there's
but then I also roll
2 that match?
Yeah,
if you roll the same number on both the 8s, it'll loop from the target to a different creature. There is no other
But there is no other creature. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
All right,
so you're picking poison as the type?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is fire an option?
It is, but I didn't roll it.
You didn't.
I needed to roll a 3.
So,
and then
right.
hold on, and then I roll 3d6.
You're gonna roll 66.
Oh, I'm gonna roll 66. Yeah, because crit. Yeah. All right, I'll just roll this.
And this is all one attack. So 17 plus.
Yeah. Plus.
Oh.
A lot plus 27.
7. So wait, is that a total of?
44.
44. Okay. Roll a. So fortunately for you, mechanically it doesn't matter that you didn't do fire damage because Greg already did fire damage, so its regen is like stopped for the round.
Oh, nice.
But it will kick back on if it doesn't continue taking fire.
This is like the Vampire Radiance shit.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like that. All right, so wait, hold on. That's 44. Now you need to roll a wild magic surge check for me. 1d20.
Double haste.
Trying to
Double
roll
haste.
4 or better if you don't want to surge.
17.
Okay, so now it's down to 5 heads right now. 17 does not trigger a surge. Do you have any bonus action?
That's a great question.
You're a sorcerer, so you could always quicken a cantrip if you wanted to.
I mean, I would love to quicken Firebolt.
Is that a cantrip?
It is a cantrip that I have.
Then roll it.
Okay. Also an advantage. An
An 18 hits.
Yeah, 18 hits.
So roll critical damage on Firebolt.
Crit damage.
Also, I mean, subtract, what is it, 1 sorcery point for
Yeah, one
quick
sorcery
casting
point, yeah.
a... What are your sorcery points?
30 more damage.
Do you have... Wait, where is your metamagic? Oh, here we go. Twinned. Oh, you
Damn,
took
dude.
You took careful and twinned.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
I can't
so
do
maybe you can't
quicken.
do this.
So I can't even do that. All right, so never
I'm
mind.
sorry.
So ignore that.
I'm so sorry. I just assumed that you had it. Okay. So I guess there's not really anything you can do with a bonus action
Nope,
as far
yeah.
as I can see.
I guess
My bad.
the only thing I might be able to do with
You would have dealt 30 damage, damn.
30, yeah, I know,
That-
right?
Because that would have... okay.
It
Too bad
says
that
actions
didn't
in
happen.
combat 2-weapon fighting, but like, I guess I could hit it.
You could
With
stab
That's on
it
everybody's.
with your
Yeah.
staff. Oh, wait. Does your staff have anything that can be done for...
Yeah,
I mean,
and-
you have to make a regular attack before you can
When you hit
follow
with a
up.
melee attack, you can expend 1 charge to deal an extra 1d6 force damage. You could do that. You could roll... I mean, you
Didn't he
wouldn't...
do a spell attack though? He can attack again.
He could use his bonus action to strike with the staff of power as a 2-weapon fighting, quote unquote.
yeah, 2-weapon fighting. Mhm.
But he would roll the +7 to hit, but his damage would just be a flat.
It's a
D6.
flat number, yeah.
Does
That's
that make
not.
sense?
Yeah, you have to attack
Two-weapon
and
fighting
then
is when
you
you
have to have
take the
finesse
attack
weapons.
action with a light melee weapon that you're
Oh, okay.
holding in one
You know
hand.
what? You're right.
That's
You're
true.
right.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Because I look
All
at
right, you
bonus
can't do-
action, it just says 2-weapon fighting.
Yeah, you can't do
Yeah.
shit. You can't do shit. It's the Hydras.
Hey,
Yeah.
can I ask you guys to please help me remember something?
Yo,
What's that?
I get 2 attacks per action.
Oh, you should roll a second attack then. Go ahead and
Do
do
you
it
want
right
me to
now.
go ahead and do it?
Yeah, because you
Okay.
might cut off an extra head. Because how
True.
much damage did you do? You did 24.
Yeah, she did
24.
Okay, yeah.
Or
Roll
they did 24.
one more.
Yeah.
Roll more.
Akiti is a she.
Okay.
Okay. And that's with advantage.
Yeah.
That is with advantage.
20
And
to
you're-
hit.
Critical
Yep.
damage.
And then
Crit damage.
pretty sure it'll do more than
Your
one.
huge fucking hammer. So
With my
you
huge fucking
do.
hair. Oh,
You
hell
do
yeah.
indeed. You do indeed crush at least one head. That's an
actually
extra
26.
22. That's
Do I
actually
double my
26.
rage damage, do you think?
No, you only double dice. So that's
Okay,
another
so then
24.
Another 24.
Yeah.
I do wish we could get you 2 more damage somehow. Because then you would actually cut off 2 of its heads. That's the thing.
Hang on.
Is there anything I can do?
Find imitating President Trump on the phone. Find me 2 damage. That's all we're asking for you. Just 2 damage.
Find me 2
I got
damage.
you.
Find
2
it.
of the best damage you've ever seen.
2 of the best damage you've ever seen. Yeah, is there
Damaged
some
Hydras
sort
are
of...
hang on.
heroes.
How many heads does it have right now?
Well,
Mhm.
if you can't find 2 extra damage, it has 4. If you can, it has 3.
I thought it took fire damage this round.
It did. That's
It
what I'm
did,
saying. It will.
Yeah.
It's for every 25 damage you do in 1 turn,
I see. You're talking about taking heads off, not putting
Not-
it back.
not-
Sorry.
Yeah.
not 1 round, 1 turn. Yeah.
Did
So I'm going to go ahead
Peter,
and
did you
remove
mean
the
to
24
move,
damage.
or were you
right here.
staying?
I was gonna stay. Do you need me to
It
move?
also, it doesn't really matter if it has 3 or 4 heads left because it only has 25 HP. It can only survive 1 more head being cut off anyway.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
In the butt.
Do you need me to
Uh,
move?
so it's all good.
No, I could explode it. If you're not right there, I can set off the hammer and explode it.
But technically, this happened before. This happened before Peter moved
This
up.
before I was even there, so
Yeah.
no, I'm not there.
Maybe we're letting this happen now because, yeah, I don't think you can explode it. Right? I don't think it would be a good
Okay.
idea. It's fine.
Timeline
The
shit.
Hydra, the only thing the Hydra gets to do on its turn is potentially roll to not be paralyzed next turn,
Yeah.
which it definitely won't survive to see.
Remember, it
So
has a
that-
-3.
Yeah, it gets a -3.
That's right. It gets a -3. I'm gonna roll this on Flaskly's page.
Okay.
All right, roll. It does not.
Oof. Nope.
It's a Wisdom save.
Yeah.
So that means it got a total of 3 on that roll because of the -3.
Yeah, so it gets
and
a
then-
+0.
It gets a +0 -3, which is 3.
Okay.
Got a 3.
And then it has. Can it do anything?
No,
No.
it's still paralyzed.
Okay,
now
so
it
you have to
takes
fail a dex
7d6. Yeah, it fails its dex save automatically for being paralyzed.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Roll me 7d6.
Jesus Christ.
Kill it.
I
16.
love attrition.
Only 16. There's no way.
7.
You rolled a
That seems-
16 on 7d6?
You got 3 ones,
Really?
two threes, and a.
What
My
the hell
God.
is wrong with your dice, my dude?
Like, that should
Oh
have killed
my
it.
God.
Did you get the new dice? Switch over to the new dice.
You gotta switch to a
Uh-oh.
different. Go into.
I don't know how to switch
Go-
dice.
Go to click on tool. Click on collections. Click on collections. Click on my dice. You've got to have at least one other set of dice.
I do.
These
I
are
was trying
not
to change
allowed.
them earlier because they were
Get 'em.
pissing me off.
Get them out of here. Throw them in the garbage.
Okay.
If these dice were physical dice, we would have to do like
A burial.
a Zeb the Shoe style poltergeist
I would put
Like,
them in my mouth.
exorcism
yeah.
for this thing.
If I had
uh,
rolled with these dice, it would have been 43.
You know what? That's what we're taking.
Oh my God, that was near. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
How did
Much
you do
better.
this? What? This
That's
is like
4
all
eights.
eights.
4
4
8.
8s, 2 5s, and a
5s
1.
You take
It's like
God.
I had
Oh my
I had
God.
3 1s and a 2 in a row earlier, but then I followed it with a nat 20
the,
30.
the
But-
gods. The gods descend are like no. This is and they like snap their fingers. They
Right.
rewind and they re-roll that, and you
Cool
obliterate
wood dice.
the
We have
thing-
the email.
it like.
I don't.
You know what I mean? It like juices them. Check your spam folder because it does like sound like spam.
Mine showed up in
m-
promotions, but yeah.
Meat jelly
I
falls
figured
down
mine would
amongst
be
the
in
brambles.
promotions. I also don't have it yet. Again, it might very well be coming out in waves. Like that's
right.
how
Like you might
these
get
things-
it like
You've
tomorrow.
worked at call centers. You know that emails go out in waves.
The one thing comes in waves.
Like you know this. You know this to be true.
Search
your
feelings, wit.
Search your feelings, Hendrickson.
Dice.
All right, so
Fuck yeah.
you've murdered the Hydra.
All right.
We dehydrated this place.
You return with its pulped and lacerated remains to
Toss a wet bag of meat jelly on the
Yeah.
table.
to the kingdom. I mean to the polis. You do indeed have a parade and bards as you walk in triumphant with what's left of the Hydra, and you're hailed as heroes and friends of the city. Being forced to follow through on their word, the city elders, grant the re-legalization of the Dionysian rites, and that is where we will leave off for tonight, with you poised
Hey.
to head south to Sparta.
Hey.
Worshippers of Ares and Aphrodite, descendants of old Ishtar worshippers, should be interesting.
I feel like they're gonna be into it. It's gonna be fine.
I'd like to keep one of the Hydra heads.
Nope,
They're juiced.
the king is keeping them all.
Whoa.
He needs them. For,
Okay, but he doesn't know how many there were. We made
Yeah.
extra heads.
He's making a killing in boner pills made from Hydra heads, and he is not gonna
Give
let you
your
muscle
beast many
in
heads.
on his territory.
And he's
Peter,
going to
we've
need to give
stopped
them
recording.
out more now that more people are going to be
Who's gonna
drunk.
carry this Hydra head? Is it gonna
Here-
be you? Because I'm not carting it.
Peter, I need to know if we've stopped recording.
Well, we boil it first.
Okay, I will stop recording.
Yeah, let's stop now.